streaming. I gotta go to YouTube and make sure, and then you can hit the video after to turn it on.
You said I had to invite somebody.
No. Hold on. Come on the phone. I made you the host.
All right, it's 4 o'clock. Let's go ahead and get the drainage committee meeting started. Let the record reflect that all members are present. Item number 1, request approval to replace catch basin at 423 Maple Street, Ward 1.
Actually, what?
Ward 2, we have to be correct now.
But we can charge it a while.
No, don't do that.
I made the correction on the sheet you guys have, but,
It's a collapse. It needs totally repair. It's shot, so.
and I provided a picture of it, just to indicate that it was, collapsing.
We got a total cost of $1,750. Motion by Mr. Carter, second by Mr. Brewer. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 2, request approval to sweep the drainage outfall on Massey Lane, Ward 1.
Yes, we evaluated and, the project will address some drainage issues in the area indicated out by the red line. You see it on here.
And we sweep that outfall at least every, 3 years too. So it's been a project in the past.
Right.
Total cost of $700. Motion by Mr. Patteros, second by Mr. Carter. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 3, request approval to replace catch basin at 129 Adelia Street.
So going to make a correction there to install a catch basin
All right, let's go.
at 129 Alice Alita.
Adelia Street.
Alita.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Carter. Second by Mr. Brewer. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. $1,750. Item number 4, request approval to sweep drainage ditches along State Highway 1003 Ward 6.
Yeah.
$1,200.
Yeah, so a while back, we made a motion that we have a problem with drainage on state highways. The state wasn't doing it, Parish will try to pick it up. This is an area that we've been trying to get the state to do for a while. The ditches are overgrown with grass, the water can flow. And actually trying to get it done with the state. They just haven't been doing anything on it. So I'm making a motion
We made
to,
contact and attempted it, but it hadn't.
yeah, making a motion to have that work done.
On that, I will entertain your motion, but 1 second. On that, whenever we doing state projects for the state, there's some type of reimbursement program. There is, I know Paul had mentioned this sometime back whenever he was parish manager, about some reclaim, we could do some trading off. Do you recall that,
That was
Paul?
a verbal agreement, Mr. Chairman. I don't know if that, we never got anything in writing. We can, we talk back to Aaron Ellisor and see if he's still valued that, we still.
Check that out for us.
That was a verbal, that was nothing written, but I remember that, you're correct.
Yeah, okay, just so we could get something. All right, motion by Mr. Carter,
Is it gonna be sufficient enough just to sweep the ditches and not blow out the culvert?
No, we need a couple going on also.
This is enough to cover both of that?
there's no way.
No. So we recently they had the Keep Louisiana Beautiful program. They picked up a lot of the trash there.
But still need a couple of deep homes.
Right.
So put it.
We may be able to work that together. I'll get with them and see. I mean, if we want to add some more money into
You
it.
can add
probably
some more money to it,
need
what you think, you need another 1,000?
Yeah, probably
Add
another
another $1,000 to it,
So 2,200.
I make a motion.
All right, motion by Mr. Carter. Second by Mr. Brewer, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 5, table. Item number 6, request approval to purchase 3 18-yard trucks of field dirt and level for 2948 Highway 70, Ward 8, total cost of $1,927.50. Mr. Blankenship?
Yeah, so I walked the area with Mr. Pineville before and in a previous project they had, installed some larger culverts there and they left a swell in the residence yard and they retained some water and we had a discussion about the best way to go about doing it. And Mr. Pineville recommended putting some dirt, so I'll put it on here for Jerry to talk about it.
You said residence walk, a residence yard?
Yes. This is due to the fact that the culverts wasn't set deep enough whenever they was installed. We swapped from a 18-inch to a 24-inch, and at the time, the crew that went out put the culverts at the same exact elevation as the 18-inch. So it created a
So now you got a crown.
crown.
My only issue with that is we start hauling dirt into residents' yards. We open
I
ourselves up.
think, well, I think it was a project started, it was never finished.
It was a project.
It was a project started and wasn't completed.
It was a drainage project on our.
That's right, it was a
Right.
project.
I mean, I wouldn't mind going back and redigging them and doing it right.
No, I just, it's cheaper just to haul some dirt. Get over it.
And also, y'all see this 25% that's per contract. They can add for hauling with, fuel costs. So I included it in there.
That's a spread, they gonna spread out themselves?
No, that's the parish gonna do that.
I had to defer to Mr. Calabro. Private property to cross our T's, dot our I's. You know,
Well, what happened, that project, it was done, and like you said, it was done, it wasn't right. The drain, it probably drained before, now it doesn't drain because of the ditch is higher than the problem.
How long
All
was
the
it?
three below the dirt, it will level it off, when it all drained to that property. That, the job will be completed, that's one.
Is this an emergency situation?
It's, no. it's
So
not
we have some
emergency.
time for me to communicate with the
Yes.
parish manager, go
Yes.
through it, just to, again, make
Yes.
sure that we're all. doing
Yes,
what we
sir.
need to do, and then come back maybe at the next meeting.
That's table number 6. Yeah.
Thank you.
Item number 7. Request approval to perform inspection, identify the damage or collapsed culverts from Texaco Street to Highway 70 catch basin, Ward 8, total cost of $3,863.96.
Yeah, so I visited the site. And there's 2 sets of culverts. The water backs up on Texaco Street. Of course, it's all dictated, as it states in here, that the water level on the Highway 70 catch basin, and it comes into it, but we're gonna run a culvert cleaner through it. There's a possibility that there's a collapse or damaged culvert along the way. And I put about, 2 12-inch bands, 40-foot or 12-inch PDD, and that's to facilitate if we have a collapsed culvert in the system somewhere, and we don't have to come back and revisit it. We can actually, take care of this project. I think it will restore drainage, but in the red-lined areas. We previously found a collapsed culvert in the driveway, and it was repaired, I guess about 2 years ago, right, Mr. Paul? When they found that metal grate in the driveway with the 24 that come across, so it may be a portion of it.
So this is a problem area that I have in my ward. It's been for years and years. Long before I even got there, it's been a problem. So it's 2 12-inch culverts that's running side by side. They initially had 1 12-inch, and they put an additional 12 next to it, but one of the 12s collapsed. So we're down to 1 12-inch culvert once again. And that's why this project is on the books for now. It's just to restore the area and the drainage to allow that water from Texaco Street to flow to Highway 70.
It's on Parish right away.
No, this is private
It's
property.
private property. We'll have to,
But this is projects that was previously done by the police jury.
I see Texaco Street now, are you on Texaco?
Jeff, you go from the back of the subdivision all the way to Highway 70, that's 20-year-old projects.
No, I mean, you got a comment down there. project is
yeah,
there,
I put it in the
private
right of way because they installed it before, so it was a previous installation. But I'll have to get some right of ways from the private landowners. If we facilitate any digging, cleaning, and just cleaning the culverts out if there's no collapsed culverts, but to do digging and replacement, we'll have to get right of ways.
Yeah, that's another project I had to defer to Mr. Calabro.
All right.
Only because if something happens, they're coming back on me if I'm on private property.
They're coming back on us regardless, Jeff, because this was projects that was performed by the police jury for drainage for these residents, and I don't see how we cannot do them.
So again, I can't speak to what was done before I got here. This is why, cooperative endeavor agreements, proper right-of-ways, accurate documentation is so important. If Mr. Blankenship brings to me documentation from when this project was complete, many years before I started in this position,
Right.
I will review it, I'll give you an opinion, and then y'all decide what you do from there.
Sounds good. All right,
I'll
Brian,
do my
can you
best
get on
to
the
find it.
CAs?
Try to find it.
All right, let's table number 7. Item number 8, we're gonna table that one, because that's the same thing on there too.
Unknown fault.
Item number 9, request approval for culvert replacement at 310,
Why you on table number 8?
the same exact thing as number 7.
Unknown fault.
Sorry,
Let's not table, let's talk about it.
let's talk about it.
Let's talk.
This is a
Hold on,
project.
hang on 1 second. Item number 8, request approval for culvert installation and ditch sweeping at 127, 129 River Bend Street, Oregon. Total cost of $6,573.96. Mr. Mathern,
Yeah, River Bend is, the street that running between the property lines is servitude. And these people just moved here, but the people on the property before puts a smaller pipe in the, for the drainage ditch, with having the back end of the pipe is too small, so I want to upgrade it. It's like, it's in a servitude, it's drainage servitude. Pipe there already? God damn.
I don't know, solid.
Take somebody off.
So if you look at the red line, it indicates where the pipe starts, and it's like a 6-inch PVC pipe that runs parallel behind the residence, and it ends right before 131. And the rest of it is an open ditch that goes all the way to the rear end of this.
We're in the property, that's right there, you know where that's at, right there back here, Eight Ponds.
so
So what
the
I,
parish has a drainage servitude there?
They have a utility servitude there between, but I couldn't find a drainage servitude.
Refer to Mr. Calabro.
We cleaned the end of River Bend before, going out to take it out. I think it's important, but I guess if we have to get right of ways from the residents, we don't have a drainage servitude there, the actual drainage servitude.
And again, guys, if this is all on private property, you know how this process works. We
Yes,
didn't
sir.
just start having these conversations. So I'll review all of it.
so,
Get y'all,
yeah, that's fine, I
you know,
just,
just put it together in the fashion like we normally do, so I can look it over. We can draft up an appropriate agreement with the landowner, and then if it's got public purpose, then there's not gonna be an issue, then you just
Okay.
proceed to the next meeting.
I'm good for that.
Table number 8. Number 9, request approval for culvert replacement at 310 Fight and Wheel, $8,278.
Yeah, so the initial call came into the office that there was, water coming below the resident's driveway, as indicated, the red line crosses their driveway. So we went out, and then I said, well, it doesn't really look like drainage, it may be a busted water line. So the water plant and I worked together, and they took some samples, they actually cut a hole. And when they got to that water line, their side wasn't busted, but the culverts are rotting underneath the driveway. So it was still full of water. And the water was coming out of our culverts through the driveway, so I said, okay, we have to take that project now. And there's 12-inch culverts that run parallel and they're completely rotted out. So we need to replace them. And we considered putting a cross culvert to bring the water to the swamp because it doesn't travel all the way up the road, it's dead-headed there.
I see no picture of that.
I made a motion to approve that one. That's something wrong with
Yes, it's rotten culverts that exist.
motion.
Motion by Mr. Knockin, second by Mr. McLaren, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 10, request approval to authorize the president to sign a CA withdrawal notice at 192 Ideal Street for $200.
$4,200, whose cost? What you got a cost?
That's labor cost for us.
Well, I thought they were expensive.
And that's what I put, well, it's the way it's calculated.
When
And if you look at it, I attached the pictures to it,
Paul was out there, it wasn't
so
expensive.
they
like this.
depict what it's gonna take to do the job. And where it's located. And these requests is what comes into our office. And it's considered a CEA project. So I wanted to be transparent with it. The 120 foot or 18 inch PDW culverts, 2 catch basins, 2 grates, and estimated parish labor would be $4,200 to take the job.
He purchased all this stuff, the resident purchased all this material?
I don't think he purchased it yet, that I'm aware of. I'm,
So the $4,200, if this was approved, it's come out general drainage? or
it'd come out of general drainage,
That's just labor?
just labor.
That's just
How many men we need to do this job?
Well, when you calculating it on our percentage that we use now, it used to be based on, I don't know, $15 an hour. But when you take a labor rate and you multiply it by 35%, you see it increase and it goes up. And then you're gonna need a guy to operate, you're gonna need a guy to shoot elevation in the ditch, you're gonna need a guy to ensure that we don't have,
How many hours to take to do this job?
oh, you're probably looking at,
5?
oh, I guess not.
More than that?
If you wanna put 5 hours, multiply that times 3 people.
I'm just asking,
That's how that's how I calculate labor.
just asking.
I'm not your drainage fund. You wanna approve it or not?
No, it's not.
I can't make this no drain. To me, I mean, I understand the resident wants to cover his ditch. But I've only known of this to be what's called beautification, and we don't do this. We don't do that. We've been stopped doing, but this is something different.
How's it different?
Because he's providing, the only thing we're providing is the parish labor, he's providing all his other material. A regular drainage project, we provide everything.
do that. Yeah, we've been doing that for years. Always. But we never had a cost estimate.
We never had cost estimates, we never
I
had
ain't, you know,
agreements in place.
Look, I don't think we should be paying or getting charged out of drainage funds to sweep ditches. That's maintenance,
It'd be
that's just
maintenance.
routine maintenance that the parish should be doing regardless. That should be coming out of our drainage fund.
We don't usually charge for ditches, outfalls is different. General maintenance is not, that comes out of road and bridge.
Blowing out culverts, I don't think we should be.
You don't pay for that out of your drainage either.
We just added some for Chris.
I wasn't gonna say nothing, but.
Hey,
Just, I don't feel like we should be charged for maintenance through our drainage funds.
but that maintenance is occurring on a state highway, not a parish road.
Those residents pay taxes also, and,
I understand.
you know, at the end of the day, we try our best to get the state to do it, but if
That's
they're not
correct.
doing it.
Something we need to look at. I think this situation is something that maybe we have one guy out there watching a contractor do it to make sure the grade is set to the way the parish wants it. But something like this, it is beautification. I don't see why we're paying for that. Now, if it's the first access driveway for a resident to get into a property, then I'm okay with us installing their culvert. You know, but in that case, we don't supply the culvert either. You know, I mean, we're putting here a 120 foot driveway, basically.
That's long.
So I just got a permit in 2 days ago from a person. On 398, 180 foot, 18 inch culvert with 3 catch basins. We can't do it. Like,
Problem is, I don't say a problem, but we've been doing it in the past, but with the CEAs, they bring everything to light and show our true costs.
right.
I mean, we have to draw a line in the sand, so we either do them on way in, not going.
Well, I think.
You're gonna be out of money.
Well, that's my point. And I think Brian sent everybody an email on a model that LaFouche Parish does when they only putting so much for the culvert in for like a private job. And it
That's
has,
why, guys, that's why they're all brought to your attention. Like, you can deny this and say,
Correct.
no, good luck constituent and move on.
yeah.
Like, as far as the word
you know,
beautification, I don't like tossing around that word because what we discussed was they're case by case scenarios. You all look at it, You decide whether or not it's something good for your constituent, and then we discuss whether or not it's public purpose. The public purpose is shoring up the shoulder, making sure that the ditch is clear, making sure that the grades are correct, so we don't have some sort of obstructions in the future that then we have to go out there and deal with it. So it's all case by case, but you have all seen this before, so I'm really having some confusion as to why we're so stuck on these drainage projects tonight. But none of this is new. None of it.
Why we stuck,
Things
Jeff?
cost.
Huh?
You're the one that brought it
I
up. Why we
brought it
stuck?
up, I brought it up. I mean, motion to deny.
Alright.
What's wrong with it?
Or just ask for
Right,
it.
yeah, any motions? First
So we're gonna
go,
deny, we're gonna deny,
Table it, no, just put on.
we're gonna just table it, but we want to at least have the parish manager go back to the resident and say, hey, this is why the parish cannot perform these duties.
Correct.
We need to have something in place.
we can't do this one, we can't do none of them now.
Well, we gotta,
Understand that, right?
Case by
understand,
case, like I said, if it's a driveway,
If it's a
If
main
it's-
driveway going in, that's the only driveway they got, I say we do it.
I agree with
But
that.
just covering the whole ditch for somebody, no.
All right, remember what y'all saying.
so what's gonna be the communication back to the resident?
Well,
That's
I'll
what we need to
explain to the
figure out.
resident.
Okay, don't we, if the customer buys his own pipe and all his own dirt, we install it. You doing away with that too?
If it's the main driveway to the property, but if it's covering the whole ditch, no.
All right, so what's
So
gonna
who
be
will
the
be allowed-
protocol then?
What happens to liability if something happens that it wasn't put in the right way? And somebody down the road floods because of that reason?
I'm telling you, I think we need to have something in place, like Brian forwarded to everybody,
They forwarded it.
that the ditch remains open till a parish employee goes inspect it, make sure it's okay, then they can cover
We
it.
sign off on it.
Okay, fine.
And it was also stated that from here on out, previously, once we reinstated the drainage projects, that we would bring it before the board and everybody could talk about it. So that's why I did it, to bring it in front of everybody.
Yeah, I just don't want him to put it in.
Being
themselves
transparent.
And not put it in the right elevation.
So that also will require a permit.
Right. And previously, in our ordinances, which I also sent, it used to be the juror that actually gave the permit to the resident, to put the culverts in, and then it was inspected on our side. But it's very different. I mean, times have changed. It was probably 1972, but, if we reformulated it and rewrote the ordinance, they come to the road and bridge office, acquire a permit, we give them permission to put it in place with approval from the parish to continue after the installation. And then we're signing off on it, the president or whomever's chosen to do it.
I have no problem with this.
I'm not on the committee, but
Not on it either.
what I would maybe suggest is that we do allocate some funding to allow a parish employee to go out there to check the work, so Brian can take that back to him and let him know that, look, we can't put the culverts in for you, but you put them in, and we have an employee come check it. Now, that should be in the normal course of somebody's job, maybe, we shouldn't have to allocate specially for that, but
That
That's
should
just
take
something-
much to come out the regular drainage, drainage fund. Leave that as is. Just be a routine thing.
It's a routine thing, a routine
You can't
inspection.
just send anybody out there.
Well, they should be going out there with a transit before they dig anything. That's what they should be going out there, to shoot elevations and inputs.
And most verbiage just says the parish manager or his designee, whoever he chooses, that's. able to do so.
Yeah. So just go ahead and table that item, number 10. And he's gonna go ahead and have a conversation with the resident.
I have no problem with
I
that.
have no problem with it.
Just like I have to speak to the other lady about,
So we
180
got,
foot.
the next item is the same thing, correct?
I think that's the main driveway for the.
That's the main
All
driveway.
right, let's do
Yes.
that.
Yeah,
All
that's
right,
the main
item number
driveway.
11, request approval to authorize the president to sign a CA with Christopher Sotil on Blackwell Lane, Ward 1, $700.
Main driveway.
and I actually depicted in the pictures, it's just a driveway. Everything has a picture to it.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Mr. Patterson, second by Mr. Bro, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 12, request approval to authorize the president to sign a CA with Gregory Carter at 141 Blackwell Lane, Ward 7.
Ward 1, same thing.
Ward 1.
Same
It says well, forward, and somehow.
Same thing?
Same
One
thing.
driveway?
Same thing.
So move.
Motion by Mr. Carter,
Second.
second by Mr. Patterson, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 13 will be the same as number 10. It's gonna be beautification of according to our conversation, so we're gonna table in item number 13. Item number 14, discuss recommendations from the parish manager for drainage issues on Verta Street.
So gentlemen, I've provided everybody with a paper with some recommendations on Verta Street. I've been diligently shooting elevations on there, and discovered that we have some deficiencies in the middle of the road. So what the picture depicts is, it says 18 inches. And then if you read it, it says provide replacement of existing 12-inch damaged steel piping and cement culverts on the north side of the road. Also indicated the north side for you guys, replacing existing 12-inch undersized steel piping to 15-inch PDW pipes with catch basins. That's on the south side of the road. There's 18s on the north side all the way down forward and rear, with the exception of that middle section. And that 12s. So we got a bottleneck right in the middle of the road. And the water is actually flowing to the back. So if we change those culverts out and put the proper catch basins in place, the road's gonna drain a lot better, because we're not funneling it down. It has somewhat of a little crown, but the water's already trying to go to the back through the 12. We just facilitate a much better drainage.
That's on the right-hand side of the road,
That's on the north side of the road.
right? No,
On the south side of the road,
it's 15s.
it's 15s, but it's actually 12s. I have 15 labeled, which is gonna be installed. From 118
Okay,
all the
what
way
eight-
to the end of the road.
What 18 is, well, you got 18 that's 15s right now, what 18
No,
is?
the picture depicts what's gonna go in place.
But actually, what's in there now?
That's 12.
There's 12. There's 12 inches. If, in the description up top, it tells you that there's replacing existing 12-inch undersized steel piping to 15-inch PDW culverts with catch basins. So if you look on the drawing, it says 15-inch PDW culverts. It tells you that that's undersized. It's
What I
12.
do, I mean, we'll get together with Brown for the next meeting and put some on the agenda to see what would be the best route, quick route to work on, so.
Say that again, Mark?
I'll get together with Brian for the next meeting, see what pipe we're gonna change out, what project we're gonna do first, the right or left side of the road, and get on the next meeting agenda,
This is your total project, left and right?
Yep, that's left and right.
17,000.
This is, this
Up a
area,
portion.
if you look at it, the house up front on Verta Street, right next to 70, that's the house that has the flooding issues every time it has a hard rain. When what's happening here, you have all the water from the church area coming from Bell River, all the water is coming to Verta Street.
Right.
So you got a lot of surface water, a lot of area that's trying to drain into a bottleneck.
That's why that pump, that service gonna help, we could get that pump installed, but this is gonna help too, you know? I can only put so much water to the back record, that's elevation the way it is, that's why we can do this, but also with that pump in, it's gonna help us a lot too.
Want to do this project? You want to do it, right?
Wanna do it, yeah, but I can't afford 17,000 right now.
What you got in drainage right now? Right, Mark, this is a drainage district. Get with the drainage district. Give me,
District thing in the morning,
Oh, you ain't spending none of your money yet?
no, I didn't. Yeah,
You got 30,000. You got your money, man. You gonna get the whole.
Let's make the project. Approve.
Yeah, you got
you ain't
30,000.
spent a penny yet. I might have to hit you up for some drainage.
No, let's make it as a project, 17,000.
Motion to approve.
Motion on Mr. McCurry?
Motion by Myron, second by Mr. Patterson, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Buy you that. Get it done.
Motion to adjourn
So moved.
by Mr. Nakane, second by Mr. Bro, all in favor? Any opposed? Any adjourned.
We'll go ahead and get started with the road and bridge committee meeting. Let the record reflect that all members are present. 2 items on the agenda. Number 1, update on the 2045 road overlay program. Mr. Sawa. Mr. Sawa.
Well, good news, they have mobilized back in the parish. They are currently in Ward 6. They did patching on Osbrooks and King Street yesterday, and they moved to Convent Street, all the areas around St. Elizabeth School. Those areas, they are patching those today, and we'll be doing that through tomorrow. After that, they should be mobilizing from Ward 6 with the to Ward 2 with the patching, and then the paving crew is gonna come back and overlay those streets where they've patched. But they are back and working daily now. In the interim, to make up for some of the lost time that we had due to the rains, we did order the testing crews to come in and start taking tests on the streets that have been completed in the previous ward, so we can start getting those test results back and then start addressing any issues that we have there. But as far as the road overlay program, if the weather holds, we're back paving again.
Item number 2, update pricing for Epic, from Epic paving under the road contract for repairs for Lee Drive. You got anything back with them?
Yes, I spoke to Mr. Munson today and informed him that according to his road contract, he does have to stick to his unit prices. When I ran his estimates based on that, I came up with a number. We're looking at somewhere around 28 to 30,000, whereas I think he had quoted you all 36 with that. So if he sticks to his unit prices, I did speak with him, and he understands that and is in agreement that he will have to stick to the unit prices. He was thinking that this was a separate contract. However, your current road contracts stipulates that these are unit prices to be used by you for road repairs throughout the end of this year. So you get into a little hairy situation there. He can't change his contract. He understands that and has agreed. So if you use the unit prices, you're probably looking at somewhere around, and again, these are based on estimated quantities from when they went out and looked, but we're probably looking at about 30,000 in cost. I will say that in looking at what he estimated, I don't necessarily recommend that we go out and put this. I think it would be a Band-Aid in this particular situation. He is talking about going in and milling out a 2-inch overlay for 10 feet wide, the full width of the road, or 6 feet on either side of these culverts. So you'd have these 12-inch spaces that he would mill out 2 inches for the width of the road and come back and put an overlay fill in there. I can't recommend that as the permanent fix to what's going on. In speaking with him today, they said they really only found one location where it was more of a where they did see some failure taking place. My recommendation would be to address them on a case-by-case basis. And if they need to, we go ahead and saw cut them out, dig them out. If the culvert is the culprit, then we change the culvert. If it's not the culprit and it's not flexing, then we can come in and replace the compaction material with 610 limestone that was originally called for with a full 8-inch patch, and that would solve the problem. But I don't know that taking 2 inches out and putting 2 inches back is going to get you the solution that you're looking for. That's my thoughts and recommendations on the matter. I mean, we will do whatever you all want us to do there, but in looking at it, I don't know that would be the best course of action.
How many inches of asphalt do we have there?
If I remember right, the full overlay of that road, I think, was 2 and 2, 4. And then you had over the culverts, it thickened up because we had
put a base there over the culverts first?
correct.
Do you recall what that was?
I don't recall what it is. We have the detail in my office. I'd be happy to send it to you.
If I'm not mistaken, it might have been 6 inches.
Yeah, that sounds correct, but like I said, I don't recall off the top of my head, Jamie.
So what's the recommended practice to determine if we continue sinking? We go out and put a level on it and measure it and then come back and see and remeasure in a few months, considering we got high water right now, to see if the bases are soft and we're continuing to sink?
I would take that course of action. Right now, you're not gonna change anything with the high level of water. You're not going in there and cut the road. You're not gonna go cut the road right now anyway. We'd have to wait till this water level goes down, because anything we do there regarding anything with those culverts or opening of that road is gonna require some temporary damming on the bayou side.
That's not what I'm talking
Stop.
about. I'm just talking about to determine if the culverts are still sinking. That's all I'm saying. I think if there's a method or a measure that we can do other than that, let me know, but we can go out and measure and check the depth, mic it, and then come back and
Yeah, we can-
revisit it and see if they're continuing to sink, and then we know where we
Well,
gotta go.
same
with it.
as the one that they identified that they said is a problem. You can see the cracking in the asphalt beginning to form.
Yeah, it's pulling.
So we continue to monitor it in that fashion. If it continues to crack, we address them on a case by case basis. That would be my recommendation.
So that one, we know we gotta dig that one out.
Definitely.
Okay.
It's pulling away.
So let's look for the next one that's just as bad, that we don't have to dig out, that we may not have to dig out. Let's put some fill in there, Brian, and let's continue to monitor it to see if it have any, if it settles anymore.
Right.
Just for the time being.
Yeah, I ordered the stuff that we want to use. It gets harder for the roads, like any roads, it's a patch that it actually hardens a lot better, it binds. So we're gonna try it in the area.
So at this time, y'all wanna hold off. We have until 12/31/26 if we plan to do anything on Lee Drive with the patching.
Holding to these unit
Holding
prices,
to those
yes,
unit prices.
yes. And he understands. that he has
28 to
hold on.
$30,000.
And that was all 11 sites. So if we're only doing one, the only cost change there is obviously if we have him go do one and then you go, and then let's say he has to come back, it's only an additional, it's only $1,000 mobilization fee for a remote fee there. My opinion, even if you went back 11 times, that's only 11,000. That's not going to make or break the decision.
No, there's 11,000, we don't need to spend, yeah.
I understand that, but even with what he was figuring, the way the culverts are laid out, they're in two different sections of sections of Lee Drive, the way they're laid out, so when we segmented it, it was already gonna be two mob costs, one for him to come do these, because he can't do it, you have to understand, we can't shut down the road, or we're not gonna do this by shutting down the road, so he's gonna come in and do half, keep the road open, probably, and then come in and do the other side. So we were allowing him two mobs in that particular instance.
Let's see. The last contractor did it all in one.
We'd have to look at that. We'd have to look. That's something we can get into logistics with the contractor. I mean, if you want us to block it and we can send traffic in the other direction for a day, we can do that. I'm just telling you, in speaking with him today, that was his current plan.
Rather send traffic, opposite way than to come back and do it again.
We'll coordinate that with him, and that, but, speaking in what his plan was, that was how he had anticipated doing
If we
it.
could, I'd like to go ahead and approve the $32,000.
Well, first thing we need to do is we need to get a motion to add, Lee Drive. Let's see how we got it stated.
Repairs to
Lee Drive repairs to the 2025 overlay road program with only accepting the unit pricing.
Right.
If you add it to the, it's just my opinion, but if you're adding it to the road program, you don't have to accept the unit prices.
It's already in there.
You're locked in at that contract.
There's no cost that's outside of the contract, correct?
And mainly thing you're talking about are culverts.
No, ma'am, we went,
Nothing outside of
I
this contract.
spoke to Mr. Munson and his foreman, and we went over, there are actually more than enough items within the contract to address these issues.
I'll make a motion to add Lee Drive, the repairs to Lee Drive in the 2025-26 road overlay program.
Got a motion by Mr. Pineville, got a second by Mr. Carter, all in favor? All ayes have it. Any opposed? Ayes have it.
Hold on, Mr. Carter.
What you got, something?
Mr. Carter.
I'm sorry.
I'll second.
All right, got a second by Mr. Nakane. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Motion carried. Motion to adjourn.
So move.
Motion by Mr. Pineville, second by, Mr. Blanchard. Meeting
Thank you.
adjourned.
Solid waste. Mr.
Solid
Carter.
Waste Committee meeting. Let the record reflect that all members are present. One item on the agenda, request approval of the CPI increase and the landfill increase in the amount of $1.84 per household for waste pro. So, Mr. Naka and I met with Waste Pro and we came to an agreement after some discussion, due to increases of the landfill and the CPI increase, we all agreed upon the $1.84 per household. This is not gonna be charged to the residents. It's gonna be absorbed within our budget.
Make that clear again. Say that out loud.
The people won't hear that
We will not
part.
be charging the residents the additional $1.84 is gonna be absorbed within our budget.
Can we see the other waste contractor coming to the jury for an increase, just like Waste Pro?
Don't
Could,
see that.
okay.
Don't invite them.
I'm only because he could be coming, they could be coming, that's all.
But we did this, man.
We're negotiating, but they agreed to what we asked for. So, motion by Mr. Mike, second by Ms. Blanchard, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Motion to adjourn by Mr. Diaz, second by Mr. Blanchard, all in favor? Any opposed? Meeting adjourned.
At 4:42, we'll get the personnel committee meeting started. Let the record reflect all members are present. Item 1, to request approval of the proposed personnel manual changes to section 10.6 internal controls policy, subsection 4 internal controls over capital assets and expenditures, section 10.25 administrative procedures and employee government. It's in your packet. I think it's just verbiage.
Says that we need to table the 10.25 section because she's still waiting on Mr. Montague.
All right.
This, the other change is a result of the GOSEP monitoring that we had. They require that our policy includes that our fixed asset program tracks all of these different things for federal property. We were doing the actual process of, and our program had all of these things, but they wrote us up because the policy did not say that we were doing all of these things.
Motion approved 10.6 and table 10.25.
Motion by Mr. Nakane.
Second.
Second by Mr. Blanchard. All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Motion passed. Item 2, request approval 12 weeks of FMLA leave for jail maintenance worker.
So move.
Motion by Mr. Nakane.
Second.
Second by Mr. Blanchard. All in favor?
Aye.
Nays, motion passed. Item 3, request approval 2 weeks of FMLA leave for animal control officer. Motion by Mr. Carter.
Second.
Second by Mr. Blanchard. All in favor?
Aye.
Nays, motion passed. Item 4, request approval to discuss litigation relative to case number 039808 as provided by the attorney, may be held in executive session.
Is Mr. Poirier here or coming, do we know?
You were supposed to be here.
We might have to, I don't have any information on that case, so I don't want to go into executive session without him here, so we can just take that up at the regular meeting.
I think she told me she had told him 4:45, which is right at that time, so he should be here shortly, but
Okay.
we can come back to it.
Table to the record.
Table number 4 to regular.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn by Mr. Pineville, second by Mr. Carter, all in favor?
Aye.
Nays, meeting adjourned.
All right, call the finance meeting committee to order, record reflect all members are present. First item, request approval to pay list of bills submitted through June 5th, 2026. So, moved by Mr. Blanchard, second by Mr. Alcone, all in favor? Opposed, motion carries. Next item, request approval of amendment to audit contract with Eisner Hamper not to exceed 15.5 to conduct additional testing relative to contract procurement and fraud.
What this all about?
You got any information, Melissa? I was on a call with them. There was I guess we call it where they go a little deeper into the audit because of some, maybe some government contracts and they just need to look a little deeper into it. It's part of their contract also, where they go into, more extensive audit.
Well, if it's part of the contract, why we pay them another $15,000?
In the general part of the audit, they just pull random samples, and as a result of random samples or the interviews that they had to have, they feel that there is an issue going on with contracts not being properly executed or contracts not being executed at all, proper procurement not being followed, possible fraud going on. So as a result of that, they have to test in more detail, in more depth. They're gonna be pulling more contracts, more procurement policies to find out
Hey, they
whether.
don't find out, we get our money back.
Hold up.
Oh,
I know one thing.
we did.
Before
the
any
books.
contract come aboard, Melissa, you dot every I and cross every T.
I do not, I can personally
know you
tell
do
you that there has been things that are approved by this board that requires contracts, and contracts have not been entered. I can personally attest to that. I'm not at every board meeting, so I do know myself personally that there's contracts that should have been entered that were not entered. And samples have been pulled and they found things, so it requires them to do more in-depth testing to find out, are we following the rules and guidelines that the state has in place, or are we not? Is just random instances, or is it happening on a more frequent basis?
Well, that's what I know. You the watchdog. You catch it if it ain't right and you let us know. So that's what that's what I'm puzzled by, like. No, we ain't doing nothing on F. Because you catch it. You catch something ain't right, we'll hold off until we get it right. I know how you are. That's why I'm questioning this.
I mean, I can tell you that I sometimes catch things on the back end after the money has already been spent when I'm reviewing the books. And at that time, it's too late for me to bring to y'all attention that something should have been done and was not done.
The estimate was about 11,000, but they can put up, that they exceed 55 just in case. But they need to do it. I mean, they got
Motion to
to
approve.
Sir?
Motion to
We
approve.
get the
Motion by
So
Mr.
we
Blanchard.
broke.
Say it again,
So
Myra.
we broke.
We just coming up where you could throw the budget out the window, cause we
Yeah.
just coming up with money
Second,
like
we
that.
need to find out we're doing something illegal, shit.
Motion by Mr. Blanchard, second by Mr. Carter. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Review and discuss the proposed rental agreement contract between the Social Parish Police Jury and the Social Foundation for the Arts for the continued use of the Social Parish Community Center and grounds. I know they had a little discussion earlier. Any recommendations?
Right, but, so we were presented both the CEA, for the arts, the Foundation for the Arts to basically be the arts council for the parish and provide, I guess, a little culture side to the parish. They have members here. They can maybe talk about that a little bit, what that exchange would be for the parish, what our benefit is. And then we can talk about the agreement for the festival. There are two separate documents that the jury has right now to review.
Yeah, thank y'all for having us today again, and thanks for the discussion. So we're coming to you again, just to further the discussion and implementation of a partnership between our private nonprofit, the Assumption Foundation for the Arts, and the police jury in the parish. So we have two items for you to consider today. You've already approved us the block dates for the Sugar Land Music and Arts Festival, but this is an updated rental agreement. We're asking for a 5-year agreement for the center and grounds. That way we can continue to grow the festival and continue the partnership with the parish. We're also presenting a cooperative endeavor agreement. So many times you will see an Arts Council of Greater Baton Rouge, Arts Council of Acadiana. Those entities are sometimes regional arts councils funded by the state. Sometimes they're private nonprofits that partner with local municipalities, police juries, parish councils, those types of things, and carries out the mission for the parish. So The CEA, we're asking just for a continued partnership with a 5-year agreement. We're not asking for an operating budget. We're not asking for any overhead budget. We're not asking for $1 from the parish. We just want the partnership with you guys and for you to provide some value in partnership with us for the community, which is why we're asking for the proposed rate for the rental for the center. So we want to provide arts and culture development for the parish and economic development for the parish where it is absent. And that's kind of our mission. Every dollar we raise either funds the programs that we're putting on. Any net profit from those events goes directly back to the students in our schools, in the arts programs in our schools, by paying tuition, buying instruments, buying art supplies, stipends for students, and music programs, the art programs, the beta clubs that compete in arts competitions at Beta Convention. We provide tuition and stipends for those students. We provide yearly scholarships to graduating seniors. So all of our money that we raise goes straight back into the community. This partnership will allow us to keep every dollar inside of Assumption Parish, what we raise and what we give. So we don't want to have to go after huge money. We don't want to have to go after Exxon and, energy and things to be able to fund what we do. We want to keep our funding local. Our local businesses that have supported us the past few years have been incredible, and they keep giving every year because we're providing that value and they see the outcome of what we're doing. So we just want to be a partner with the parish. We want to continue that conversation. We want to kind of squash the thinking of this is how it's always been done, or we're just another person trying to rent a reception hall. We want to put Assumption Parish on the map. So Fireman's Festival in Thibodaux, Shrimp and Petroleum Festival, all the festivals that we have regionally in Louisiana that everybody flocks to the first Saturday in August every year. We want them to come to Assumption Parish, and for us to grow that program so we can provide that value to the parish. And again, we're not asking for any money from you for operating or anything. We want to act as the Arts Council of the parish because we can't fund it. The parish doesn't have money to fund that kind of program or the money to even give an operating budget for us to hire an executive director to carry out our mission. We're all volunteer. We don't take a penny either. It's 7 of us on our board and volunteers that kind of do everything we do. I'd appreciate the discussion. If you have questions, I'm more than happy to answer. We met a little bit ago with a few of the members and it went very well. I think we may have one back and forth, but if you have questions, I'm happy to answer.
So have y'all had a chance, other jurors, to look at the cooperative endeavor agreement and also look at the contract to see what the Arts Foundation is proposing to us? Do y'all know? Y'all don't know.
It's in your packets.
So one of the things in the contract part, is the fees to use the facility. Based off the conversation, in the room, all they're requesting is just the shell of the building and the power. Based off the rental portion, they want to rent it for $6,000 with a $2,000 refundable fee, which we're blocking those dates out. They're requesting a Thursday, a Friday, a Saturday to put on the event, and a Sunday to pick up all their stuff. All right. They're requesting at least the parish provide one employee. We thought we should have more than that. My question to him was, if other jurors may see fit, I don't know, is that feasible as a rental cost to rent it to use the facility, to rent the facility for $6,000? That was one of the questions I had. Do y'all think that is feasible? We did talk about, this is a different event. Do we want to set this stage if another foundation comes into the parish and want to do something on the scale? Do we want to set this precedence and go with something that they're proposing? And just like I told him, it was only up just 3 until Jeff walked back there. It was just 4 of us. So y'all need to weigh in on this too as well, because
I think it's a good idea.
My only issue is, we see a 5-year. we just agreed, this year that was the nonprofits, we wasn't gonna give any discounts after the one that was already booked. So I know the event was on the book already. But what's gonna happen next year?
This is not a discount.
Right?
Yeah.
This is an
Yeah,
independent contract. independent
Paying a
rental
flat fee.
Flat fee.
Yeah, Mr. Carter, I'll clarify as well. So like, we're trying to get rid of the notion that we want to be something different. And if this is a partnership with the parish, it's not just somebody coming to rent for a weekend and just, we may not do it next year. So
5 years.
we're looking for a partnership, an initial 5-year agreement, and we're not asking anything else of you, kind of thing. So, and we also increased the rate. So we increased the rate from the nonprofit rate. And this is just a proposal that we're presenting to you, that our rental rate is, we looked at our budget, how much it costs us to put these events on, which is, since we started, it was around 30,000, it went up to 40 to 45,000. It's gonna cost us about 50 to 55,000 this year to put it on, just to put the event on without, just upfront to put it on, which is supported by the community, in itself. So we're not looking for, like I said, we're trying not to be just another nonprofit that wants to rent for an event. We want to be a partner with the parish and provide that benefit, the public benefit to the parish of arts and culture development, economic development, and be somebody that's a partner with you for way past 5 years. We want to renew this.
You gotta ask for discounted rates.
No, we're not asking for a discount. We're asking for a fair rental rate, based on, how we operate, the money that we can bring in, the money that's going to benefit, the people that we benefit after, the kids that benefit from the festival, and then the development that comes in based off this. So if this continues to grow, like other festivals have grown that have been around for years and years and years, we'll see, more people come in and spend money in the parish for that weekend, using rentals, buying gas, going to the store, staying overnight. That can provide some economic development, that you don't have to pay for, that we provide that service, for that one weekend per year too. So I kind of said this in the meeting earlier, we want to squash that, hey, look, this is how it's always done, or we're not just another person coming to rent. We want to be a partner and be a part of the parish.
Got a comment? Got a comment you want to say?
They also supplying all the janitorial supplies.
Yes. So I'll go over that too. So we understand that the parish is, just from listening to your committees and watching the meeting, we know that we're a small rural parish. I'm on the school board. We're fighting in a whole nother battle right now. So we know we want to cut as much costs away from you as possible. So the staff member that Mr. Alcorn mentioned, we only want to be guaranteed one staff member. And I understand y'all have wonderful staff now, which is great. But we want to just be guaranteed one staff member to clean toilets, mop floors, refill, that kind of thing. But we are purchasing all of our own paper products and cleaning materials. We're not going to use yours, or we'll replenish yours, invoice and replenish. We're providing all of our own trash receptacles and bags, providing our own dumpster. That way we don't impose anything on you other than lights and AC, and making sure that the breakers don't trip. And we worked with Mr. Blankenship last year with one of our sponsors, actually installed for free of charge some breakers there. That way we can use it. We don't trip anything. So we partner with y'all and took care of that as well. So y'all been a great partner so far. We'd like to continue and build upon it and progress that partnership.
So a question about how many arts and crafts vendors and food vendors do y'all have?
So currently, right now, our indoor market has 26 and that's booked, and we have 18 outdoor vendors booked so far. We expanded that market this year. It wasn't outside. It wasn't completely outside last year. So the whole reception hall and the courtyard and some of the parking spots will be outdoor vendors. We have 7 food trucks, plus ice cream, coffee, lemonade, snowballs. And then we have people that have donated food to us. So like y'all have been very gracious, Mr. Leroy and Mr. Mikey, donating food to us. That'll be sold as well. That all the profit goes to the foundation too. So, yeah, we're booked about 25% to 30% more vendors than last year this year.
The point in that I'd like the other jurors to recognize is at this event, those vendors that are selling their arts, whether they're making cookies or belts or whatever, the sales tax that they collect is still coming into the parish. There's no other rental of that facility that collects sales tax to bring back to the parish. So it is a unique type event. It's not a normal rental type event that, the parish does benefit aside from just the rental rate that's being charged for the facility.
If you've been we kind of talked about this too, but if you'd have been in contact with me or our organization, if you don't meet certain qualifications, if you don't, the vendors, especially the food trucks, they don't have insurance certified by the health department, certified by the fire marshal, if they don't have the correct apparatus, they don't come here. So that's less liability for you, because you're additional insured on all of their insurances, list us as an additional insured, which in turn makes you additional insured because of the insurance policy we buy. So we make sure that every T is crossed, because we want to be protected and that we don't have to deal with any litigation as well if something catches on fire or somebody trips and falls. So we want to be protected. If you've dealt with me before in any capacity, you know that I'm by the book and I make sure that everything is lined out exactly how it's supposed to be. It's communicated well. There's really no gray area.
And Mr. Abear did provide to me prior to the meeting, the CEA as well as the rental agreement. Those both legally sound, very well done. I had a couple comments that we just discussed, informally, but I have no objections to it at all.
And we have one of our board members is our in-house counsel as well, which he helps make sure that I get everything correct before I send it to Mike or anybody else. So
No, it was
That's
great.
him.
It was a pleasure to review, to be honest. It doesn't happen a lot.
yeah, so we, even at the state level, I serve on a statewide arts nonprofit where we're working with the legislature and everything right now. Things like this matter when we talk about national funding and we talk about economic impact, cultural and art impact in our rural parishes, because it is absent. And to have, to be able to provide that to the parish, you guys, that impact to the parish at no cost to you, that's just a win in your book and a feather in your hat when you can go talk to your legislators and say, hey, look, this is what we're doing. And you can put that on your resume for asking for funding.
That being said, any questions?
I make a motion that we accept
We talked about it, briefly coming out the back. How about locking in for 3 years with an option of an extension the year after that? Instead of a 5-year, we don't know what's gonna go up, inflation going up and down, but at least we can lock them in for 3 years.
We may not own it in 5 years.
Then it wouldn't matter.
So your motion is to approve a 3-year lease with a 2-year extension? Or
It's a
you?
rental, not a lease.
Huh?
A rental.
A rental, not
That's
a
what I
lease.
Not a
said, rental.
lease. You said a
You said
lease.
lease.
I know what I said.
I
You
second
go with
that.
And let me make one more comment too. So we know that this year we're already set for the nonprofit rate since we were booked already. But we proposed this to pay a little more this year just to get it in place. So we can take advantage of that rate and save a little bit of money this year. And wait until after this year's festival to approve this going forward. Or if you'd like to put it in place now, we are happy with the increased rate that we proposed to get it done. But I know we can take advantage of the nonprofit rate since we're already on the book.
All right.
It's up to y'all. It's up to y'all, I mean,
I still stand parish.
do y'all want to sign the contract and get the $6,000? Or do y'all want to wait until next year and start getting the $6,000? Make your mind up.
Do y'all want the nonprofit rate this year or not?
No, he would prefer a signed agreement too.
He want the agreement to be locked in, that's what he want.
Yeah, we would like, because our agreement is a lot more detailed and it really outlines our responsibilities and the parish's. We would love this to be in place.
I'll
so we
second
can
that
move-
motion.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
All right,
we-
motion on the table by Mr. Alcorn that we do a 3-year rental starting
Effective this year.
effective this year.
And just pending verifying the insurance limits.
Yeah.
That we make sure everything is okay with the value set on the required liability.
So real, you have any comments? Sure.
3-year rental with option to renew. Motion by Mr. Alcorn,
Second.
second by Mr. Diaz, all in favor,
Aye.
opposed? Motion carries.
We are also gonna approve the CEA tonight, or, vote on the CEA tonight, or that will be.
Next item.
Next item.
Oh, next, oh,
Next item, review and discuss the proposed CEA between Central Collegiate and Central Foundation of the Arts, a 501(c) nonprofit organization.
yeah, so just a few more, we kind of talked about a lot of it already, but just a few more comments that are in the CEA outside of the festival. So the CEA we're proposing again is to further the partnership with the parish and act as, in absentia of an arts council, basically. So the other two deliverables in the CEA, other than the festival, are the Assumption Talent Machine, which, the Assumption Talent Machine was a production that was in the parish, previously in previous years. It was through grant funding through the state, through Codafil and through some other grant sources that one of the educators in the parish, was able to win, and that funded this project. So it was for lack of a better explanation, it was a variety show. So the students and the schools were able to go and perform, whether it be singing and dancing, putting on a skit, the middle school bands playing, but it was all based around a theme, and that theme was environmental. So we're trying to bring this program back as well to be able to showcase all of our kids and the things that they enjoy and are really talented with. So it's gonna include, music, it'll include art, it'll include dance, skits, and things like that. It's basically a talent review. So that'll be a one-day event, and that's outlined in the rental as well, on that one day, but it's just one-day event, it's not a full festival. And then the other deliverable on there is public art installations and exhibits. So we would just like access to any parish-owned property to install art. So whether that be an art exhibit, if we have a public art installation project, like you see parishes around us do painting projects where they'll buy concrete alligators, which is one of the ideas that we have, partnering with a concrete company and doing concrete alligator statues placed at either the libraries around the parish or at parish properties, and have each community put a project on to paint them based on, like one would be in Pierre Park. They would be able to, that Pierre Park community could paint it however they would like it displayed. One would be a by Lewis, they can paint it however they'd like that displayed. If we would like to commission any public art projects paid for by the foundation, if we wanted to commission an artist to paint the side of a building, and that would be at your approval. So any public art project that we would want to accomplish, we'd come to the jury like, hey, look, this is the scope of work of the project. This is how much we'd like to spend on it. This is what property we'd like to use, what wall, what room, what building. Do you approve that? And then we would have a discussion, and then we'd start that project. But again, we're not asking for any money to fund it. We're not asking for any budget line item for that. We would provide the funding, we would pay the artist, we would provide the project work. And we would just like to use the hallway here in the jury or the jury room to display art in the back. Or we even talked about if you have an empty warehouse somewhere where we hire an artist in residence and they'd have a gallery for a month. If you have a tin warehouse that's empty. So stuff, things like that, where you will see in other cities and towns where, you have the big murals painted by the parish governments and they pay for them. Underneath bridges, bridge sides, putting art flags up or projects up. That's what we'd like to accomplish in partnership with you at no cost to you as well. So that's the third deliverable in that CEA.
One other thing I'd just like to mention, in the past, we've had individuals come to the jury asking for, to do a production or whatever at the community center. And I thought some of it was kind of skeptical the way it was put together with partnering with a nonprofit to get the nonprofit rate or so forth. But are you open to expanding this CEA if there's a company that would like to do a production, if it benefits the arts of the parish?
Yeah,
beyond the scope of these three events?
Yeah, so we're a pass-through organization as well. So if somebody would like to partner with us to put on a production, we can partner with that and be the servicer. And they would just work with us and we would still be the servicer of this agreement. We're not passing it on or we're not assigning it to anybody else. We would still be in charge of the production. Like say a dance company wanted to come and put on a review of some sort. We would partner with them to do that, to produce it. So we'd just be in partnership with us. That way y'all don't have to deal with 5 different people.
Well, I guess the thing that I'd like to have is you guys be able to put it to the test to make sure that it is a true benefit and part of the arts and not just under the guise that it's a concert that's being proposed as being a.
So that's a function of an arts council executive director. So we could act as your consultant. So if you have somebody that comes to us and you want an opinion, our general counsel and myself or whoever sits in the president's spot at that time, like, look, we'll review that event for you and provide you an opinion. Just like Mike provides you an opinion on drainage project. we could be your consultant for that type of project. And we can talk about that as well.
I know we have a lot of students in our area that participate in, stage productions and things like that. And the opportunity to have those here in this parish would be great. I just want to make sure that whenever somebody has what they call a production, that it's actually a beneficial production for the parish, right?
Yeah.
And not a for-profit event to benefit something else.
Yeah, so we ran into an issue with somebody that wanted to partner with us a couple of years ago too, where they presented it to us in that fashion, and then we did some research and we realized that their nonprofit status had been revoked, and they had a file against their taxes. So we were like, we're not gonna partner with you. So absolutely, we can act as your consultant on that and just provide an opinion if you need it as well. But we also we have a partnership for our scholarships right now. It's kind of the same deal. A family came to us and asked us to facilitate a scholarship in someone's name posthumously. So it's Jordy Pujol and his family. So we collect funds for his family, and it's in a dedicated fund, and he's able to award scholarships through us as a pass-through nonprofit. And he awards, he did 3,000 last year, 2,000 this year. So we partner with people that are, legitimate, have their stuff together and want to make an impact. And we kind of say no to people who aren't organized. So we'll be happy to provide it.
Well, with all that being said, Mr. Barrett, it sounds like a win-win for the parish, without a doubt. So with that being said.
Well, so he talked about two things. Right? He talked about the talent machine. That's a whole different contract. That's a whole different thing. So you need to know what you're about to vote on. So the talent machine will follow the schedule of the calendar with the community center. It's totally different from the one we just approved. The rental rate, the rental rate for this one would be $3,500 for a 3-day rental if they need to set up a Friday, have the event on a Saturday, and get their stuff on a Sunday. You need to be informed what this one entails. Are y'all okay with that?
And I can clarify that too, Mr. Alcorn. So the talent machine is not a project we currently produce. So we are in the kind of development phase on that one. And we talked about this a little earlier. We want to be protected while we're doing that phase in this agreement where we have that 3-day window and the rental rate. But realistically, this is going to be partly funded by grants as it was before. So we may be able to reduce our spend on that and be able to reduce the day out of it. But depending on what grant we go after and awarded, we have to operate in that grant cycle. So we don't know when during the year that program is going to be scheduled yet. But Mr. Alcorn is correct. We will go off of your event schedule. So we'll contact like anything else, we would contact Ms. Maria and say, hey, look, we want this date. Is it available? No, we want, what's your second date available? And then we would book it based on the language in the agreement.
You operate as a.
They hear you.
Yeah.
They hear you, but I just wanted to make them understand exactly what they're gonna be voting.
Yeah, and we're, like I said, we're open. Anything you want to ask, I'm open, we don't really hide anything at all. But yeah, that's a program that we are in the development stage right now, because there's a lot that goes into it with production, after state grants and things like that. We need to operate in their grant cycle and their timelines.
So 3-year, think like 3-year, 2-year option.
Well, he don't know about that. You say you don't know
That one,
because
That's not
Yeah.
two separate
That's
agreements.
two
Now,
totally
one is the rental
One
and
is the-
one is
one is
the
the
agreement,
agreement.
but both events are in both
In the-
documents.
okay.
Good motion. Motion by Mr. Diaz,
Second.
second by Mr. Blanchard, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank y'all very much. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
your
All
partnership.
right,
and
All right, Josh.
Good.
we'll continue. I guess, I'll follow up with Mr. Calabro to adjust the language for 3 years and we'll represent. Thank you very much.
Perfect, thank you all. Appreciate it. First, approve and authorize the president to sign the renewal intergovernmental agreement with the Social Parish School Board for the continued collection of sales and use tax. Moved by Mr. Alcorn. Second by Mr. Diaz, all in favor? Opposed, motion carries. First, approval to purchase a new lawn mower for Social Parish Community Center in the amount of $8,000.
Yes,
State bid.
I had we're gonna purchase it, all right. I had a conversation with Ms. Kim. We do have it in the budget. We're gonna use $4,000 from the community center, and we had $4,000 allocated through the budget, so it can be approved that way. We do not have to go out.
Is that a local vendor you purchased?
Yes, sir, it is. The current unit has been there since I was started employed here, so it's over 12 years old right now. Been a good unit, pretty wore out.
Brian, check with that vendor, because he used to offer state contract too.
I asked.
Okay.
Motion to approve.
Mr. Alcorn?
I just have a question about that. Could we work on going to the surplus route to get rid of that equipment as well as the man lifts?
It all takes time. We got a bunch of equipment to get rid of. I talked to the appraiser to come in and do the vehicles, just haven't been able to meet up. He's called a couple times. We have multiple vehicles, we have equipment, we have quite a few things.
Motion by Mr. Alcorn, second by Mr. Diaz, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Speaking of vehicles, Paul got an item with a DV, what's your
Yes, sir, I
topic?
do. Speaking of auction, my two vehicles I put up for auction just came in about 3 hours ago with the emails. The 1997 International,
All right, hold on, we're gonna motion to deviate for, accepting the
two bids,
two bids for surplus.
surplus vehicle, yes, sir.
Motion by Mr. Diaz, second by Mr. Alcorn. All right, all in favor? Opposed? All right, what you got? First unit is a,
Not the 1997 International 4900, the fuel truck, had a reserve of 2,000. We got a bid of $2,200. So that met the reserve. The 2015 Chevrolet Tahoe had a reserve of 7,000. We got $7,000 bid. So both of them met the reserves. This is with gov.deals, first time we've dealt with them. So, they have a policy for wire transfer must be completed within 5 days. That's why we got to move on this. So they both came in over the reserve prices.
all right,
I wasn't dealing with them, Paul.
7,000.
Yes,
Your
sir.
experience.
Yes, sir. Yes,
All right.
Melissa, I'll get you the.
Yep, that's what we're gonna do, the same thing. We'll get a reserve price.
Yeah, so it's the first time we use this,
Yes, sir.
good,
We
okay.
haven't completed the total process yet, but so far it's been going good. I'll let y'all know at the next meeting if.
Easy, a lot easier than before.
Yes, sir.
Good.
All right, any public comment on this topic? No public comment, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion adjourned by Mr. Alcorn.
Second.
Second by Mr. Who?
Yeah.
Yes. All in favor? Opposed? Meeting adjourned.
Call Federal Program Committee meeting to order. All members are present. First item, request approval to apply for energy education grant in $1,000 for back to school supplies.
Mr. Chair, we usually, back to school grants, and that usually pay for school supplies and the food for when we have our back to school giveaway.
Motion by Mr. Alcorn, second by Mr. Carter. All in favor? Any opposed? All right, the second item, request approval to use the Sunshine Parish Community Center on July 25th, 2026 for a back to school giveaway.
This has become a yearly, giveaway that we do. We collaborate with some other entities around the parish, and we all give back school supplies to the constituents.
Let's come out through your office.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Alcorn. Second. Second by Mr. Patterson. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, then, third on request approval to authorize special program director to advertise for a part-time commodity work.
So I did put this on the agenda. I spoke with Brian one day this week, and he said that, it's come to a point where his guys are, he won't be able to provide, the workers for commodity, and it's 11 hours a month and sometimes 20 hours on the quarterly months. So I'm not sure. So we did talk about hiring someone, but I'm not sure if someone would even want to take just 11 hours a month.
That's not gonna work.
We've been doing this for what, 20-something years?
Well, the point of it is, what happens is this particular incident's fixing to happen. We got a holiday on a Friday, and we're gonna lose the guys that generally cut grass and facilitate the parks, work this. So we're gonna lose them for 3 days. They're gonna be absent for those 3 days.
Is that for one person?
It don't work that way.
So
Takes more than one person
So
to do it.
what about this? Instead of worrying about just getting a part-time commodity person for 11 hours, why not do this? Do part-time, intake worker / commodity worker. Give them part-time work up to 25 hours a week, and you should be able to find someone.
So Ron, what she needs is manpower.
Yeah.
She needs
A
men
man
to
can't
lift
work
up.
he can work a computer.
I'm just saying, she needs manpower to lift up on boxes, so, but we can't discriminate when
Yeah,
it
you
comes
can't
to that,
discriminate.
so.
But we kinda
just have to be
dictated it
careful.
between what, you got mosquito sprayers that only spraying for a certain
So we don't
amount.
use trustees anymore for anything?
No, sir.
We need to start.
Why we not?
I reached out to them, but there's employees that don't wanna use trustees, and I can't force them to.
It's not the
That's
employee's
choice.
decision.
Yeah, we need to use them.
Yes, it is their decision. If they don't wanna take the class and
Yeah, you
use
can't
it,
force them to do
you
that.
cannot force them to do it.
So we don't have no employees that has taken the class
We had some that were bonded,
right
and
now? Do we
we
have?
had some that were bonded. I
Right
reached
now?
out to no, I said had. And most of those employees are no longer here, so we have to reach out and retake the class. in
Right now, we have
2026.
none.
None at the
Okay,
moment,
that's what I was getting at.
correct.
None.
Okay, so, and we offer an incentive for employees to take the class. You don't think they'll do it?
I'm telling you, I approached a few of them, of our current employees, and some of them did not wanna.
They just don't feel safe
No, they just
around
don't
an
feel
inmate.
safe around.
You can't push them. Leave it alone.
So what we've been doing the last several years,
So.
well,
since
before
I-
COVID, we had inmates.
Yeah.
Post-COVID,
You all. Some of them,
I get it, but I mean, look, we're a small town, we just gotta keep doing what we've been doing. Yeah, I mean, you know, I mean, things get cut, it's getting done, it may get delayed a day or two, but I mean, we're small, you know, let's operate within
I
our
don't
means.
have a problem with it, I'm just making it known that
I
we
know,
will.
I know, wait,
we
man,
will-
But Jeff, he didn't say one day, he said 3 days.
I know,
That's a difference,
my
that.
park ain't cut, okay, it had commodities, but I get it, but I mean, I don't think, you got that much pressure on you.
And it's gonna happen shortly, right back to back, we're gonna have, there'll be 3
Well,
days,
in-
then the
in
following,
June-
when it comes, it'll be 3 days again.
No, in June, we have 2 days, and then in July, we have 2 days, then at the end of the month, we have 3 days. But it's not like they're there all day, all 3 days. The
We'll
first day, a
survive.
half day, the second day, a
Well,
full day, and
so-
the third day, a
So
half
I
day.
will.
Those guys work
object on
7 to
that
3 and they
one.
charge the
Might be
entire
with
day.
Your person half the day, but they are either picking up or cleaning the trailers, we're being
Correct,
charged
it's a
for
full
4
day.
days.
We
They're
get charged
picking
a
up
lot
or
of things for full
cleaning
day,
or
and they're not there for
whatever.
full day. We've been doing it for 27
I'm
years,
sorry,
let's
just
make it work.
distribution.
Yeah, they do have to clean.
And
They have to clean the trailers out, they have to move the product to a safe area, they have to put it in the coolers, at the number 2 yard or wherever the
How many
facilities are.
employees are we talking about here?
Two. And generally, it's the gentleman that take care of grass. And then you might use the, accident guy to move pallets.
Let's just say, sometimes we charge for 3 for somebody
Yes.
operating the man lift or something on.
But are utilizing the tractor forks to load
Yeah.
the pallets of,
And that's only if the ag center has something going on and we have to store it at the community center. Not all the time the ag center has something going on where we have to, because we usually store it at the.
We're surviving as is.
Oh, any action on that?
no problem. Going real well.
Motion to adjourn,
So,
by Mr. Nakane, second by Mr. Bro, meeting adjourned.
It is 5:23. We'll call engineering grant committee meeting to order. All members are present. Update from GIS engineering.
Good afternoon, jury. Joe Lamar, permits have been submitted and we're just waiting on the agency to, come back with their, approval. Final plans are being they've been drafted. We're making some just revisions to clarify some contractor, make it easy on the contractor.
We got all the right of ways?
What's that? Brian and I had met with him during permitting and we believe that that's gonna, we met with him in the outfall canals. We didn't have an issue. Once we revised them, the hydraulics do support moving those canals. But Brian always handling the right of ways, parish roads.
We'll wait on that, Brian.
I haven't got any, but it's not gonna be a problem. Those gentlemen agreed to it. I just gotta print them out, bring them to them and sign them.
So when we get the permits back, I'll get with you and we'll go over the plans, take a look at them. Any questions, comments or whatnot, we'll address them and then go to bidding. Bell Rose, I'm still waiting on the direction. I don't know if Mr. Savoy was
Yes, we spoke to Mr. Blanchard, on the current scope. We are currently, right now, we're gonna be rescoping that project based on our discussions and setting a phased and then providing a new opinion of cost. We hope to have that, at least have the opinion of cost, if not all of the design changes that are needed by the next meeting.
Yeah, so whenever, that's ready to go to bidding, we'll get the plans from Joseph. And we'll get in touch with Parish, do the advertisement, just like we did last time. Put it on central bidding as well, try to get as many people as we can. Bayou St. Vincent, on the 28th, we, conducted a site visit. That went well. Met with some landowners, believe we got some issues resolved, a lot of forward progress on that. And, we're incorporating those, comments and things into the plans right now. We are still awaiting the H&H report from Arcadis at this moment. We are hoping to get it within a few weeks, but that's been promised for a while now. So nothing else on that one. And constantly, no changes. They're working on the land services, ELOS, and also on the permitting. Those plans are at, I think, 90%.
And on Bayou St. Vincent, you're waiting for Arcadis to be able to move forward to 60%.
Correct.
From the state, right?
Correct. We need the H&H report from them to finalize the 60%.
Okay. Any questions about those projects? All right. Thank you, sir. Update from the Planners Design Group.
Good afternoon, James Ferry with DDG. We have received word from DOTD that we will proceed with the original permit that we were applying for. So we'll start putting together 60% plans. We'll have our geotech report, should be a couple weeks. And then I got with Mr. Salva about selecting the pumps for the number one priority site, Gary Street.
I'm with Teddy Street, I'm in Verta Street.
That's number two. So once we get our cost analysis, we'll decide how many pumps we can do and move to Verta.
We're gonna, I understand you want to do that project, but we need some engineering guidance on if that project is feasible or not. I'm just saying, if
I need to
you,
get done, I need a pump on the front of that subdivision, bad.
what size
All
pump?
my life,
What size pump?
that's the engineer side part I need.
And that's what I'm trying to tell you.
you.
We originally planned for 12-inch pumps at these ring levees. That place cannot sustain a 12-inch pump. It's not big enough for a 12-inch pump. So I'm saying we need engineering guidance to tell us what to do at that location. It can't just be because that's what somebody wants.
They gotta have a pump there, I'll tell what size they got to have a pump.
I gotta make sure about the right.
That's right.
That's what you suggest.
And
I
that's
see what
all I'm
pump over
saying.
there.
We need some engineering guidance on what pump needs to go there
Right?
and verify that a pump needs to go there. That's it. So I get, right now, we're just working on priority 1, and then we'll move to priority 2 and 3 after that. Any other questions?
So when you coming back with the cost analysis?
Once we get the first design complete,
Okay.
we'll give you the cost analysis and you'll tell us how many you can afford to build.
That's gonna be
And then
interesting.
we'll go from there.
No, I already got the pump.
I wanna see
I already
that.
got the pump. I used to platform.
You got a,
Why that pump?
It's in the shed, and bought already.
so I got one.
It's a 12-inch.
12-inch.
3 yards. All right, cool. Thank you,
All
sir.
right, thank you.
Thank you.
James.
Update from Infinity Engineering on parish-wide sewer plant project.
I had sent you guys an update previously. I just received the other one. I'll send the update. It's a link in one hub. You can look at it and it displays all of it. So I'll give you the most recent update. We went to Tigerville. We did a startup on the VFDs and all the existing motors. And they were moving forward to install and connect to the force main coming from the Tigerville plant, the actual lift station, should I say, to go to the plant, Belrose Lane. The startup went really smooth. But as I informed them during the process, I said, look, let's do a full startup once we get everything connected and back in place. I mean, we had a couple little, hurdles there this past weekend. Georgette had an issue and then also over there, but they were resolved quickly by the contractor. Violet Street has been up and running. There's a bunch of punch list items. We had some fence safety issues, so we resolved those, took care of it, but we're moving along really good. Those guys are doing some nice work. And they're very informative if something occurs or we need to address any issue.
So Tigerville Rose is the last one? They're only doing 4, right?
Right, only 4.
So that means that,
You got it.
Blackwell and Grisafi is online. You just said the one in Lavderville is online.
Violet Street.
Violet Street is online.
Georgette's coming in.
Georgette and Tigerville should be
Those are-
online.
Yep.
Right, yeah.
So we're moving along really well. We had a little hang up with some electrical at, Georgette, but we're working through it.
Good.
All right, I guess I'd just like to make a point to the jury, you know, we asked Infinity to come to give their meetings in person. They didn't want to. We allowed them to come join virtually. That happened for a while. They had a change of personnel now. And now they're sending Brian to give us an update.
Well,
He's giving an update, but
I'll
what I'm
speak with
saying
him.
is,
That was part of their.
Yeah, they said they was gonna do it.
I'll talk with him and make sure he may, we're just
Did they have
going to the link
communication
to.
problems through that and they
So-
reached out to you or?
we just need to work this out so
Yeah.
that they can give their input. I mean, we have these other engineering companies here giving their
Right.
updates on their projects. Infinity owes us an update on their project as well.
Okay.
And I appreciate you giving us what they give you and you're working with them,
Right.
but that's part of their responsibility to be able to meet
No
with us
problem.
also. Cool. All right, so you're gonna get with them on that?
Yes, sir, I will.
All right, thank you.
Make sure they logged on for the next meeting.
Okay.
Next item, update on my Ray drainage project.
Yes, contractor has mobilized to the site. He's doing preliminary surveys. He has, submitted all of his engines, pumps, pump data, everything to get the platform and everything lowered. Those have been approved. We are working with him right now on his submittals for the new proposed bar screen. Once we have that, that should be all of his physical equipment submittals will be processed by our office, and then, everything, the, engines and all are going to production. So, there's gonna be some surveying there. He's gonna try and get some of the outfalls and all cleaned out while waiting on that equipment to come in. But we are moving forward.
Any of the procurement timeframe gonna delay construction timeframe, or how are we?
We've actually sent him a request, now that we've gotten all of the submittals back. The submittals went back to him, midpoint of last week. We sent a request on the delivery time on the engines and so forth. We're waiting for the manufacturer to give us that date back, and I'll be better to answer that once I have that date.
Now, the outfalls is going to Lake Red and also Violet.
Yes.
They had no activity at all there yet. You can't even see the
No, I mean,
canal.
he did his, his notice to proceed, he mobilized on June 1st. So we're 10 days in, but he's doing his preliminary
How
surveys to get
far
those outfalls.
north will it come? How far north will they come with that project?
They're gonna stay within the confined limits of the project. They're going to, if you recall, we're fixing the drains on one side of Conscience Street. We're cleaning the outfall from the pump station to the bayou. And then, we're gonna be cleaning the area of the Mare Canal between the old bar, or between the pump station and where the new bar screen is. And then the parish had actually picked up and done some additional maintenance from there going towards Oakley Road.
Oakley, just Oakley?
That's where as I understand it, that's where
They
the
have
parish
to
is
go
currently
further
stopped.
around the Arsenal.
Correct. We can look into that, but this.
That's
scope
where it
is moving
starts. It's
forward.
very shallow there, but you have to start to get the head pressure to push it.
Thank you.
Any other questions on this project? Next item, update from the Special Programs Director.
Request approval and authorize president to sign letter of agreement and funding commitment letter between DOTD and APPJ for Louisiana 662 Bayou Lewis Sidewalks Project.
Motion by Mr. Nakam. Second by Mr. Diaz. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Was there any word back on the, feedback on the Bell Road sidewalks or Pankville Lane
No.
sidewalks?
We didn't have any updates on that. We did go get the files from Cassie on Monday. And, she did give Miss Doreen some information on who to contact. She told her to contact them, I think probably this week, and they should be able to give her some more information.
Yeah.
Doreen has been out of the office for training this week, so.
I also have, we were awarded when H&H, Mr. Audie came in and provided, some information on energy efficient projects for, I think it was the community center, the jail, and the, this complex, the Assumption Parish complex. Well, the jail was already, energy efficient. They had all the LED light bulbs and stuff. So somehow, I don't know how, but they did an assessment on, the courthouse and also the sheriff office. So it was awarded for the Assumption Parish Community Center, the courthouse, and the sheriff office. And the sheriff office and the courthouse weren't projects that were selected on the list of the resolution.
Courthouse was, but not the sheriff's office.
Yeah, the courthouse was, but not the sheriff office. On a resolution, it wasn't on a resolution, but we were awarded, funding for those upgrades.
So who took them to that place to do the assessment?
So Mr. Mark showed them around, and I'm not sure that if he just showed them around all the buildings.
Huh?
And so I wasn't sure.
So we just need a resolution to include.
That's just,
And she needs she needs authorization.
Authorization
the
to sign.
agreement Also.
So when would it be time to apply for the next funding cycle?
So, MM Electrical sent some information on, the DA office, the community center, which is already, will already be funded, the health unit and the sheriff office, which will already be funded. They want to put in an application. They said that this was an ongoing thing from when Leonard was a grants coordinator, and they just kept reapplying. We could not find a resolution from when they applied. Me and Melissa both looked. So they sent the application, and I wanted to get authorization to see if we can apply for the DA office and also the health unit. And, if we get a resolution for that, can we get it ongoing? If it doesn't get funded in the next, cycle, can they just keep reapplying until it get funded? Cause that's something they said that they do. They just automatically, if it's not funded, they just automatically put in a application for the next year.
We don't even know who those folks are.
So I did speak
So
with
we
the lady.
did, I was able to find back previously at one point in time, the jury did authorize Energy to submit applications on our behalf, but it's not for the buildings that they're doing now. It's for 2 buildings that we were already approved for. I never could find where we gave them authorization to apply for these other buildings. But at one point, that's what's happening is these private companies are coming in and requesting the jury to do these applications. And then I don't know that we realize that it's different companies that are coming to y'all. So they're submitting applications on behalf of the police jury to the Public Service Commission. We cannot find where y'all gave them authorization to apply for these last sets of buildings. But they're asking for the authorization to do it. And they want the authorization to be for them to apply every year until those buildings are accepted by the Public Service Commission.
Is there any cost associated with it?
Not to the parish.
Nothing like that. It's just fully funded through Louisiana Commission.
I like the guy who came in from Lafayette. Keep dealing with him.
Well, we only put in we only put in the application that time and then it was approved. With this one, she said she been putting it in since Leonard was here and I'm not sure.
Okay,
how
and we ain't
long.
got nothing, but since the Public Service Commission came here, so yeah, they came here. And then, introduced us to the guy with, H&H. Now, look where we are today. We've getting, adequate lighting in various buildings that's hopefully gonna help our energy costs. So why not continue dealing with this new guy? I ain't worried about the other people because they've been applying, we didn't know who they were, and they ain't got nothing for us yet.
They
Leave them
did get
alone.
one cycle. They did get one cycle.
I'll leave them alone, me. I'm gonna deal with who I got.
So in what you had, we need a resolution to apply for the sheriff's office, the DA office, and the health unit.
In this building,
Well,
Wait, it's two different
it's
things.
two different ones. So for the first one, I need a resolution for the sheriff office. That'll coincide with the resolution that I already have for,
We don't need a resolution because the application has already been done. What you need is a resolution authorizing you to sign the agreement for, what's the 3 buildings?
Courthouse, sheriff's office, community center.
yes.
Right.
All right, that's a motion.
Entertain a motion by Mr. Diaz to authorize the president to
Not
sign.
president, special programs director is how they have it.
Okay, to authorize special programs director to accept the energy efficiency project for courthouse, sheriff's office, and community center.
Yeah.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Nakam. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Now I need a resolution to apply for the DA's office and the health unit. Motion by Mr. Nakam,
Second.
second by Mr. Diaz. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Leroy, are y'all authorizing NM Energy to do those applications?
I'll have to defer
Because
to-
that was
That's
the
who
second,
applied
that
for
was
it.
the second
It's the
one that
other
applied,
company.
that was applying, MM Electrical,
is that Mr. Mike?
maybe, yeah. I think so.
Do we need to table this?
The reason why I'm
Or did
telling
you
you
clear
is
the-
because-
Authorize it?
So the second one is with MM Electrical. The first one is done. That's taken care of. The second one is MM Electrical. If y'all want me to apply for that, we can. For the DA office and the health unit.
Why not?
Well, I can tell you previously, if it's the same contractor that we used for the first round,
It is.
I personally did site visits at 5 sites with them. The community center, the sheriff's office, the courthouse, again. Yes,
That's not gonna be the same company, no. I think that's the second company.
Two different companies.
okay.
He didn't.
So I know I personally did site visits with the same thing, dealing with the grant from the state.
How long ago do you think?
Oh, it's been a couple of years for me.
The companies that she's talking about right now, she's telling me they last communicated with Leonard in 2023.
That's what I was looking up this time.
Me and Leonard went and walked the Ag Center and Attack Paul Landing.
That's the one.
And I think they both got
approval
approved, but Attack Paul was in the process of being redone, so that one they. I thought they did the Ag Center.
for. Yeah.
Leonard had just got here, so I went to show around all the buildings with the people.
So I understand we have a motion and a second for a resolution to apply. I maybe suggest we ask this company to come up here before the jury and let us know what they're applying for and get some clear direction as to what they're doing. 2 weeks is not gonna hurt us if they wanna come apply. If they don't, we'll invite another company to come apply.
So,
Well, we-
Mr. Leroy,
Well, we can apply, we can go back and apply for the company who just awarded us, right?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
they,
anything about that
actually, they
program.
cycle starts yearly, so for this year, and you would have to put in another application, it's due like January 31st, that's what we had to do this application by January 31st of this year, and they let us do everything.
Just as a matter of formality,
So we have time.
President Nakane, you wanna withdraw your motion on that one?
Sure.
All right.
Mr. Leroy, may I say something? I found the email. Assumption Parish Sheriff's Office, Assumption Parish DA's Office, Assumption Parish Health Unit, Assumption Parish Courthouse, and Assumption Parish Community Center. I confirmed that they all were supported by energy. and we visited all the sites.
But there was no resolution to authorize the company to
I understand.
apply on our behalf. That's
But
what
I'm
we
letting you
need.
know that.
We need to know what company
Who it is.
It's
you would
the M&M.
prefer us to apply with and have them come to the jury and ask for permission
Okay.
to apply on
I
our
agree.
behalf.
All right,
We gotta clean it up.
no problem.
Thank you. Any others? Mr. Wine?
That's.
All right, next item, update on the Ag Center roof project.
Yes, at the last meeting, if you recall, we had submitted the plans, to Mr. Blankenship.
Talk a little louder, Joe.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Talk a little louder.
Yes, if you recall at the last meeting, we had just submitted the plans, by the day prior. Mr. Blankenship hadn't had a chance to review them. We were requesting permission to advertise the large arena. We did provide an opinion of cost, for that arena, so, I have that if you all want to discuss it. The total estimated cost with contingencies would be at $440,000. That is to, replace the entire upper section of roof, both sides, 32,600 square feet, with an R panel system, as you all requested. If you remember, I had an estimate, an opinion of cost that was provided previously for a standing seam roof, that was significantly higher. I think it was around 600,000. You all had asked me to relook at it, with an R panel system. So that's what we, completed the design on, and this is the opinion of cost.
We don't have that in our
Yeah, it's
package.
not in our packet.
I'd like for you to start sending that to us, Joe. That way we can take a look at it prior to the
I
meeting.
apologize.
It's in there, yo, it's just not tagged.
It's been.
Look in the F5 section behind the sales tax thing. No, sorry, E9. E9 is what it is. It's just labeled wrong number.
I don't have it in mind.
Yeah, I thought
You must have missed it. This E9 is Shell Beach, but my E9 is the arena.
Say we submitted it, it's been some time, so you. I apologize.
I don't have it in my email.
Yeah, you submitted it. It's a clerical error, it seems.
All right, so this opinion of cost, it was submitted May 21st and 26th, for a total of $440,000.
The money in the exit.
Yeah.
I hear they got a good budget.
About the FEMA.
It's in the email packet.
Yes, partial of it is FEMA, but not all of it.
I think we've got,
We had an insurance settlement
Yes.
and FEMA money for this project,
Correct.
but I
Okay.
do not know the exact
number?
number.
it's close. I apologize, I don't know the exact number either, but I think it was over 400,000.
I don't know the numbers that I don't know what the cost that.
Right, but we can't go off a bid unless
Unless
we
you
know
have
that
the
they had the
money to
funds to
cover
cover the opinion. This is the order that we should be doing. All right, so we'll take this opinion of cost under advisement, and at our next meeting, if you could bring us the total of the funds available for the project and make sure that we can cover it, we'll consider it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Update on the health unit repairs?
So I had a, site visit and kickoff meeting with the architects today. And then they stayed behind and did some additional work inside the building, and we'll get back to me once. We're drafting the plans.
Any kind of timeline?
Not as of today. I can't give you an exact timeline. It was just a kickoff meeting. And Mr. Tim did state, once they get back to the office, he was gonna, provide us with a schedule.
All right, next item is update on the courthouse renovations project. Mr. LeBlanc, did you meet with the architect?
The architect, made her initial visit Friday. She, crawled under the darn, got all over. I brought upstairs and looked in and out of that whole building, and she's gonna start drawing some initial plans, and I didn't reach out to her yet this week, but she said she would get back with me. She wanted to make another visit. So, that's why we're standing right now. She's doing her initial draw up on it, and she's gonna come back for another visit, and we're gonna move from there.
All right, I think it might be appropriate for us to get the judicial committee that we had, a few months back. And just have them meet, and maybe when the architect comes, schedule her to be able to address everybody and just let everybody's concerns be heard by her directly.
Okay, yeah, and, but just to let y'all know, like I said, the primary meat of this grant was weatherization, so that's gonna mainly focus on the stairwells, you know, the windows, try to harden up those windows in the tiles, so if there's any funding available after that, then, but what she gets, I explained that to her. She was gonna look at some numbers and look and see what it's gonna take, and we'll see what the funding is gonna look like.
Sure, I
think-
just know they've been
yeah.
wanting an update on where we are with this
Yes,
project,
sir.
and I think having them have
It's
their.
time to meet.
Yeah, that's fine. Just to give the update on, what we're dealing with in our, building, we still have the smell, Mr. Blankenship, I know he's gonna elaborate, but he has somebody coming Saturday to do a full smoke test. Cause on a daily basis, we still smelling raw sewer in that building, and my employees and the dispatchers might have enough of it.
So it's worse than before.
Yes,
It's
sir.
not worse.
It's every day now.
Well,
Some
it's
days it's
hot.
not bad, some days
But-
it's real bad.
So we identified a vent that may be in the wall from a previous faucet, and also 2 floor drain vents that were covered up by tile. So Saturday, around 8 o'clock in the morning, we'll be doing a smoke test of the entire building. We gotta give the alarm companies and the sheriff department's gonna be informed, because 911 works 24 hours a day, so not to be alarmed. And we may also, I'm gonna reach out to the mayor of Napoleonville, because we may have some backdraft that comes out, so that everybody's on the same page, that we don't consequently have any fires. We're just testing our system. And I may also, Justin, I'll send you an email with it to put it on our Facebook page. Noted that we will be doing some testing. But we'll be conducted that Saturday morning. And the way it was explained to me and Mr. Trevor, we're actually gonna do it from a vent on the roof, so it comes down and then re-rises. And we'll see what happens from there. And if we find any locations, they're gonna be about 5 or 6 people on site. So we have people in different areas in the roof, and so if there's something we can see and identify, that you can't really do it with just one person. You gotta have multiple areas covered at the same time. So we are working to try to resolve the issue. Mr. Paul called me and I responded immediately.
Yes, he did, I give him that.
So-
He's been very helpful with that, just that it's getting aggravating, because we've been trying to find it for about a month now.
We're trying.
I know, yeah, it's just employees or.
We fixed the problem and it created another issue, because now we have full flow. So,
All right, thank you. Next item, review bid tabulation for Shell Beach Boat Launch Phase 2 and take bids under advisement. I think everyone was just handed a copy of the bids that came in. We'll note that the current funds available for the project are less than the current lowest bid. I did speak with Mr. Mathern earlier, and while we have these under advisement, he's gonna see if he can make up the gap so that we can have sufficient funds to be able to award the contract.
What you got, Mark?
55,000.
55?
Yes.
35, I got 20,000. I got 20,000 my recreation. I'm gonna take it out of that to leave us with 35,000.
Wait, now that 20,000 is not already allocated to this project?
16,000 of it is.
Okay, I knew a portion of it is already allocated.
If you only got 4,000 to put back with. You don't have to hold it.
No, he had 20 as his balance.
Okay,
After the 16?
Yeah.
Okay.
all right.
So there's 35,000 we need to raise. Okay.
Like Myron needs some help from.
So no action,
Right?
bids under advisement,
Yeah,
and
the next meeting.
Myron said he was gonna call all kind of people to try to get.
Ain't you
this
trying to
done.
ask them, you better ask them why they're here? Oh, call them, ask them why they're here. Only thing they can say, yeah or no.
Somebody's in the jury out there that didn't fund to help out on this. I appreciate it.
I give you $195,000.
You did.
All right.
It wasn't yours to give.
That's correct.
Next item, request approval of letter of no objection for project permit for Atmos Energy Corporation for the installation, operations, or repairs of the installed 1,194 linear feet of 2-inch HDPE SDR 11 gas main on the west side of Quail Street.
So move.
Sure, it's nice to see some gas company doing some work in the parish.
Motion by Mr. Nakam,
Second.
second by Mr. Diaz. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion adjourned by Mr. Diaz,
Second.
second by Mr. Nakam. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried.
All right, we got a public hearing to receive comments, questions, concerns, and input from the residents of Assumption Parish regarding the proposed adoption of an ordinance to provide for the sale of adjudicated properties within Assumption Parish. Any public comment concerning that? First call, second call, last call. Let the record reflect no public comment was heard at this public hearing. Motion.
Five minutes.
We'll take that one.
June 10th, regular meeting order, record reflect all due roles are present. We start off with a prayer. I don't need no cheaters. It's the guide who teaches us by sending the light of the Holy Spirit into our hearts. Grant that by the light of that Spirit, right judgment may be ours, and that we may ever find joy in his guidance. Amen.
Such pledge.
Pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we'll accept any corrections and approval of minutes of the May 27, 2026 regular meeting.
So move.
Moved by, Mr. Carter, second by Mr. Alcon, all in favor? Opposed, motion carried. Public comment period, on any items on the agenda? First call, second call, last call, record reflect no public comments. Drainage report, Chairman, Mr. Pineville.
Yes, sir. Drainage Committee meeting was held this afternoon at 4 o'clock. All members were present. We approved the catch basin at 123 Maple Street. We approved to sweep out the drainage outfall on Mason Lane. We approved to install a catch basin at 129 Lydia Street. We approved to sweep out the ditches along State Highway 1003 and blow them out
With additional funding.
with additional funding of $2,200. We tabled number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8. We approved the culvert replacement at 310 Bayou Tranquil. Table item number 10. Number 11, number 12. No, I'm sorry. We approved the CA with Mr. Christopher Lapille and a CA with Mr. Gregory Carter. We tabled item number 13, and we discussed and approved the Verta Street project for Mr. Mathern. And I present this all in form of a motion, sir.
Motion by the chair,
Second.
second by Mr. Carter, all in favor? Opposed, motion carries. Road and Bridge, Mr. Alcon.
Road and Bridge met this afternoon, all members were present, 2 items on the agenda. First item, we received an update from Mr. CJ Safwa on the 2025 road overlay program. The contractor has remobilized back in the parish and will begin paving. Also, they are also doing testing on roads that have already been paved. Item number 2, we approved and added Lee Drive repairs to the 2025 road overlay program. I'll give you those 2 items in the form of a motion.
Form of motion by the chair, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Pineville, all in favor? Opposed, motion carries. Solid Waste Committee report, Chairman, Mr. Pineville.
Yes, sir. Solid Waste Committee meeting was held this afternoon. We had 1 item on the agenda. We approved the CPI increase and the landfill increase in the amount of $1.84 per household for Waste Pro. And this cost will not be attached to the residents of Assumption Parish. Was in this form of motion.
Motion by the chair, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Diaz, all in favor? Opposed, motion carries. Personnel Committee report, Mr. Diaz.
Personnel Committee met at 4:42. All members were present. We approved the proposed personnel manual changes to section 10.6 internal control policy, subsection 4. Internal controls over capital assets and expenditures. Item 2, we approved 12 weeks of FMLA leave for a jail maintenance worker. 3, we approved 2 weeks of FMLA leave for animal control officer. I present this all in the form of a motion.
A motion by the chair,
Second.
second by Mr. Bro, all in favor? Opposed, motion carries. The next item was a press approval.
You wanna go now or
You gotta take up that other item.
the other item of personnel?
That's where he's going.
He's here. No, you said.
Yeah, no.
Okay,
I'm taking it.
all right,
yeah.
Mike got nervous. He got nervous, so I got nervous.
Going right there, sir. I'm behind it.
I agree.
Request approval to discuss litigation relative to case number 039808 as provided by the attorney may be held in executive session. There's a motion by Mr. Diaz to go executive session.
Second.
Second by Mr. Pineville, all in favor? Opposed? Go to executive session. We'll be back, y'all. You cut me off. I was rolling.
I knew you had them.
Motion to go back in regular session.
Motion go back to regular session by Mr. Diaz, second by Mr. Blanchard, all in favor? Opposed, motion carries. The recommendation is Mr.
Need a motion to accept the recommendation of outside counsel on this particular matter.
So move.
Moved by Mr. Blanchard and, to that effect, second by Mr. Carter, all in favor? Opposed, motion carries. Finance Committee report. All members are present. First item, the request of approval of pay list of bills submitted through June 5th, 2026. Request approval to amendment to the audit contract with ISA Amper not to exceed 15.5 to conduct additional testing relative to contract procurement and fraud. We review and discuss a proposed rental contract between the Police Jury and the Assumption Foundation for the arts for the continued use of the Search Parish Community Center grounds, and we approve a 3-year rental with 1-year renewal with all proper insurance documents. Review and discuss the proposed CEA between the Assumption Parish Police Jury and the Assumption Foundation of Arts as a 501c3 nonprofit organization. Request approve and authorize the president to sign renewal intergovernmental agreement with the Assumption Parish School Board for the continued collection of sales and use of taxes. Request approval to purchase a U-Long motor for Assumption Parish Community Center amount of $8,000. We have one deviation from the OEP department for surplus equipment, selling a 97 fuel truck for $2,200 and a 2015 Tahoe for $7,000.
Correct.
That's right.
Motion to accept as read.
There's a motion from Mr. Farmer to accept my report. Second by Mr. Brewer, all in favor? Opposed, motion carried. Federal Program Chairman, Mr. Carter.
Federal Program Committee met at 3 items on the agenda. First, we approved to apply for the Energy Education Grant in the amount of $1,000 for back to school supplies. Second, we approved to use the Assumption Parish Fort Lee Community Center for July the 25th, 2026 for a back to school giveaway. And then we took no action on hiring a part-time commodity worker. Present this all to you in form of motion.
Motion by the chair,
Second.
second by Mr. Patero, all in favor? Opposed, motion carries. Engineering Grants Committee report, from Mr. Blanchard.
Yes, sir. Engineering Grants Committee met at 5:23 today. All members were present. We had an update from GIS Engineering regarding Joe Lamar Street Drainage Project. The project's in permitting right now. Belrose Lane Drainage Project, we're awaiting updated plans. Bayou St. Vincent Project, we had a site visit on May 28th to meet with some of the landowners in the area. And the Conscian Canal Project, they're working right now on land access for the project and 90% plans. We had an update from the Planus Design Group regarding the ring levee in Pierport. They're moving forward with priority 1 for the Hall Street, correct? Gary Street. Gary Street.
I wasn't
Gary
at,
Street.
I wasn't at the last meeting. Can I ask a question? Did we buy the property in Gerald
I
Street?
just told you, no, we did not.
So how you gonna put the pump?
We're in the process of getting an appraisal done.
So you put priority 1 upon pump that we don't have property for yet?
We do have a option B.
That should be. Wow, okay.
We had an update given by our parish manager for the parish-wide sewer plant project, and he's gonna request Infinity be present for our next meeting to give an update in person. And that project's progressing well. We had an update on the Myra Drainage Project. We had an update from the Special Programs Director, where we approved and authorized the president to sign a letter, agreement and funding commitment between DOTD and Assumption Parish Police Jury for the LA 662 by Lewis sidewalks. We also authorized the Federal Programs Director to sign documents related to the energy efficiency project for the courthouse, sheriff's office, and community center. And we approved a resolution to add the sheriff's office to that project. We had an update on the Ag Center roof project. We received an opinion of cost from the engineer, to take under advisement. The, health unit repairs, I believe we may have skipped this in the committee meeting. Parish manager, do you have any updates on the health unit repairs right now?
He did.
Brian?
He did.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. So we had an update on the health unit repairs, apologize for that. We had updates on the courthouse renovations project. We, received the Shell Beach boat launch, bids, and we're currently taking those bids under advisement. We approved a letter of no objection for project permit for Atmos Energy Corporation for the installation, operations, or repairs of the installed 1,194 linear feet of gas main on the west side of Quail Street. And that is it. I present that to you in the form of a motion, Mr.
There's a
President.
motion by the chair. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Brewer. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item, we had a public hearing report. Requesting approval to adopt an ordinance to provide for the sale of adjudicated properties within social parish. There was no public comment on that. I need a motion on that one?
Yeah, motion to adopt.
But not yet. No, the next one is. Request approval for the president to sign the cooperative endeavor agreement between the jury and E&P Consulting Services to serve as a provider of services for the establishment, management, and operation of police jury process for the sale or donation of adjudicated properties and tax lien certificates. Now, I get that motion.
Okay, motion.
Motion to adopt by Mr. Alcorn.
Second.
Second by Mr. Patero. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Next item, discuss first-time home buyers with down payment assistance, Ms. Christian Delahousie, Capital Area Finance Authority. Ms. Delahousie, welcome.
Thank you very much. I recognize a bunch of y'all. I was here last year. We are a local housing finance authority. We offer down payment assistance through our approved lenders. And we came last year to get a resolution signed to allow us to come in and do this program. We had $100 million in a tax exempt bond. We went through that. We ran out of that money in May. And so we're going back to the bond commission this month on the 18th, and then final approval in July. When we get that money, we need permission to continue our program. So we're going to ask for 200 million this time. And, you know, as the mortgage rates still are very high, we're still in this bond kind of environment where we're going to continue to issue these. So when we get the 200 million, we'll roll that out in tranches. So in August, we'll probably roll out a $50 million bond issuance. We'll lock that rate in, and then we'll continue to help these first-time home buyers. And then as we see that, if rates don't drop, we'll issue another bond. So we're just going to have the 200 million signed off on, allowing us to continue the program for that amount.
Any idea how many social parish?
2. So yeah, one in July of last year, and then one in December. And so, you know, hey, it helped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody did.
It's a great program. I mean,
Sure.
the rate that we're gonna have, so every bond issuance, you know, we go to our bond council goes to, and our team goes to market, they price these bonds. And so we don't know what the rate's gonna be, but it's gonna be below market rate. And our last bond that we did, the 50 million that we rolled out in January, probably the end of January, and we ran out the beginning of May. That's how fast it went. That was at a 5.88% interest rate. And if you know anything about the mortgage rates right now, oh yeah, I mean, it's over 6, 7. I mean, back then it's a lot. So it really does help the first-time home buyers. They get 4% assistance. So any mortgage that they do, that they don't do conventional, and we don't do conventional in this program. So it's just the FHA, USDA, and the VA. So, you know, that's a real helpful thing. So we know if USDA or VA, it's 100% financing. This 4% can help with their closing costs or any other items that they might need help with. But with FHA, you have to have 3.5% to put down. So that covers that down payment. So it really is. It's a great program. We just ask that y'all allow us to continue what we've already been doing.
That's what you need from us?
That's what I need from y'all. Now, I have a resolution I think I sent to Kim. The TEFRA hearing is on June 25th, so I can't have that the resolution signed off, y'all can vote and say, yeah, y'all, you're allowed to do this, because I have to get to 62 parishes in 2 months. So I'm going to all these meetings and I couldn't do that. So I just need approval, a vote.
Moved by Mr. Bro that we, allow Ms. Kristen Delahousie with Capital Area Finance Authority to continue servicing Assumption Parish with first-time home buyers assistance.
I appreciate it.
Second by Mr. Alcorn. All in
Okay.
favor?
Thank you. And I'll send the resolution and have you sign it in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Safe travels. Next item, discuss the request of the zero balance certification to Archon Information System LLC doing business as Civic Source. An outstanding invoice, Mr. Nicholas Lorraine.
I don't see anybody in attendance, Mr. President.
No action table. Update regarding Delta Waterfowl South Louisiana Chapter Wood Duck Box Deployment Program, Mr. Jay Shakespeare.
How y'all doing
Duck
today?
at it.
Pretty nice. My name's Jay Shakespeare. I'm the chairman of South Louisiana Chapter of Delta Waterfowl. I'll just give y'all a little brief history. We started in January 2024. We've had 2 banquets since each October. Right now, we're the #1 chapter in the state of Louisiana. We're the 3rd largest chapter in the United States and Canada. Pretty amazing to be able to do in 2 years, which took other areas 30 years to get nearly as half of what we're doing. With that, we've been able to raise a lot of funds. That we have a program called the Wildlife Heritage Funds. And each chapter gets to save, and we get to use that money to allocate it into programs that we think are gonna help certain areas. Right now, we're working on a wood duck box deployment program. We have Terrebonne, Lafourche, and St. Charles signed on already, where we donate the wood duck boxes to y'all. With the wood duck boxes in the predator guards, and then we just ask that y'all put them up on public properties just to help the wood duck population maybe take a rise in this parish. That's really all we're asking of y'all is, to donate. How many you drop off? What's that?
How many can you drop off?
So we were gonna allocate 50 to y'all. This parish is a little different than the other 3 we've dealt with police jurors, learning a little bit about y'all. Maybe you can decide, I don't know each one of y'all what the property looks like, or maybe where y'all could put these, but how we would divvy that up. It doesn't have to be 50 exactly. I don't want to give somebody boxes that they can't use, or have ones that they just get put in a warehouse and not put to use. So, we could definitely start with 50, and then that would be a recurring every year, moving forward until y'all didn't have the need for them.
So you mentioned something that I heard you said on public property only, or?
That's what we were trying to, is public property through the parishes. We do a different program where we give them to people who put them on private property. This program is just to be on public because we're giving it to the parishes.
Yeah, so I think Christian was here,
Yeah.
last
Talk
week,
about
and he had, because I had asked him about getting help with the hunting clubs in the parish to be able to erect them. But of course, those would all be on private property, not on public property. Could we use?
We just want to give them to Assumption Parish, whatever Assumption Parish decides to do with them. As long as they get put out, we don't have any say so. I don't want to get in the middle, but I think that's a great idea. However they get put out, but we just want to give them directly to y'all, and then however y'all decide as a police sheriff to get them out and deployed. The easier the better, right?
'Cause the bulk of our areas that need them are gonna be private.
Yeah, as long as they get put out.
The only area that we really have that's public is the wildlife management area, and they have some there.
Yeah, we'll work with them on different programs. I
Right.
totally get that.
So yeah, I think if we could work with the hunting clubs in the area and have a meetup day where we could give them the supplies, and then, they submit pictures back to us or something after.
Yeah, that's all we're looking for, maybe some pictures that we could post on our Facebook, just to show what we're doing, just trying to make a change, this won't be a fix, but if we don't do anything, we won't have any ducks. So we're just trying something.
Nice.
Actually, whistlers also use them. Their gestation period for a wood duck and a black-bellied whistler is not the same. So both animals can use the same box and not interfere with each other.
Is it have to let the whistlers?
That's up to us in front of them.
I tell you
Got a
what.
special season in October that people are gonna be happy about.
Got a feeling, land my yard every evening, man, the whistlers, man, they're big, I don't know, they're gonna eat. They
From
got a season.
October 3rd to.
They got a special season on it. So that's interesting. So what you wanna do from here? You want to have a place to designate to drop off them 50 boxes first?
Yeah, if that makes it easier for y'all, if not, if we need to break them up into different areas to bring, that's fine too.
They keep it, just centralize it, maybe,
Yeah, a lot easier.
Yeah, it'd be a lot easier.
Yeah, I think if we could maybe just coordinate with some of the hunting clubs in the area and see how many they would commit to putting up. And if we get to the number of 50, then we can let you know they can drop them off at the barn or somewhere, and then the hunting clubs can come pick them up whenever they
I
notify
think we
that.
just commit to the 50. We don't-
We're gonna get.
Oh, I do believe that we'll get to the
Yeah, we'll
50.
do it. The program would be every year. We recur to do 50, and if the need would be more, let's keep it going until. we
I'll
get
get the
to
ball rolling, get them dropped off at our Parish barn. And we'll decide amongst us how many. Yeah.
Sounds good.
You need a red mount on the pole, huh? You really need a mount on the post, right?
Yes, sir. We'll actually provide y'all with the predator guards as well. It's a sheet of aluminum that goes on top of it. We'll give you 50 boxes and 50 predator guards.
Oh, you will?
Yes, sir.
Good deal.
Are they ready? When?
Probably in 3 or 4 weeks.
Okay. Who wanna be the point of contact?
I'll do it. Yeah.
Aaron?
What's he says?
Aaron? You know Aaron?
He's who got me here.
Good. All right, coordinating with
There
Mr.
you
Patterson.
go.
Perfect. Thank you, Aaron.
Thank you.
Good. Well,
Appreciate
thank
it,
you.
guys. Thank y'all so much. Y'all have a good
Thank
evening.
you. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Good deal.
49.
All right.
Bite pigeon.
Next item, introduction.
They go to bite pigeon.
I got 200 there.
I need to have a couple.
Good. Next item, introduction of proposed amendments of Assumption Parish Code of Ordinance, Land Development Regulations, Chapter 26, Section 2623 to 2626, and call for a public hearing.
So trying to amend the land development ordinance, so we found some discrepancies in the ordinance versus what we actually do for our procedures. Trying to basically eliminate where public hearings are supposed to be held for preliminary, or not for preliminary, for pre-plan phase and final phase in any development. If we leave it in pre-plan, that means basically any little lot movement, division of 3 or less lots, anything is supposed to have a public hearing, which is kind of, I mean, it's a lot. It's never been done. I don't know why it's in there. It's never been done for years. So yeah, we're trying to take it out of that, and that would eliminate us from having to do it during minor subdivisions, which is, like I said, basically just lot divisions, 3 or less, lot line movals. And with that, we're adding in language, so it gives the president authorization to sign. We always just, I went through, made sure it met our development regulations, signed it, and then the president signed it. Now we're actually gonna put in there that the president has authorization to sign it after I review it. That's just for minor. For major, which is the subdivision, even considered a mobile home park, trail park, anything like that, you would still have a public hearing, but it would be during the preliminary phase. I don't really see a point in doing it in the pre-plan phase, because that's just, nothing's final.
True.
Preliminary is kind of when you finalize what you're doing. And then they also have it in the final phase, which is again kind of a moot point, because everything's completed, so I don't know why we'd have a public hearing once everything's done. That's why I'm asking that we move it from 2 places and request the signature. And basically, we'd be doing more public hearings than we are now, because we'd be doing mobile home parks like we apparently supposed to.
Any questions, Mr. Johnson? Motion call for public hearing, to move by Mr. Blanchard, second by Mr. Brewer, all in favor? Opposed? All right, do your due diligence, then, man.
Good job. Understood.
Press approve and authorize the president to sign the memorandum of understanding with for collaboration and innovation to drive regional growth. COLAG. Is in your packet. Mr. Alcorn, any comment?
No comment, motion to approve. I know Christian came here last meeting and talked about it, and we would need to have Mr. Calabro put his eyes on it.
I think that was the one that was forwarded over to me.
Yeah.
Ms. Kim Flores at our executive.
I have no issues. Motion to.
Motion by
approve.
Mr. Alcorn. Second by Mr. Patterson, all in favor? Opposed, motion carries. Next item, request approval to reappoint Mr. Mark Rodriguez and Mr. Joachim Solon to Laville Recreation District effective 6/26/26. Moved by Mr. Bro.
Second.
Second by Mr. Blanchard, all in favor? Opposed, motion carries. Request approval to following occupational license. Application Love to Glow LLC, Napoleonville. Moved by Mr. Diaz, second by.
Second.
Mr. Pineville, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Request approval to following temporary liquor license application for the Thomas, Pineville.
Yeah, for the time.
Yeah, doing business at St. Elizabeth Harvest Festival, 9/11/2026 and 9/13/2026. Moved by Mr. Blanchard, second by Mr. Brewer, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. I have one minor deviation, everybody else? On a, occupational license without liquor. May I entertain the motion?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Patro, second by Mr. Blanchard, all in favor? Opposed? It's, trade name is RNS Parking, owner Matthew Collingwood and Sharon Collingwood. Business address is Pearport, and the type of business profession application is parking lot.
Address?
Oh, that mean they might be going, spray lines on parking lots. You know what I mean?
The owner, physical location is 2313 State Highway 662.
I received a call about some people wanting to open a parking lot to use for some of the yards out there.
Do what?
Some
Do what?
kind of building permit.
That's in the mail.
That's
That's
the same.
contradictory. Their application says 662, but their city is
Yeah,
Pearport, which
that's-
is not right at all.
What's the name on it?
Collingwood. Collingwood.
662 is all about you.
Something's,
That's a
What's
nice.
fishy about that?
The mailing address, P.O. Box 512, Pearport.
He stays, in Peelport, go follow for that.
I think the location of
Yeah,
parking lot is 662.
yeah, he lives in Peelport.
The physical location of business is
It's
662.
662.
Parking lot.
Yes.
What about Bar Lewis?
I don't know.
Would they park?
Yeah, I don't know what.
Maybe overflow parking at one of them yards, probably.
They have performance or something.
Maybe right there.
Private property that they're utilizing now for parking areas.
I got you.
Okay. Makes sense.
All right,
Charge.
So moved.
so,
$20 card.
motion by Mr. Carter. Second by Mr. Brewer. Any public comment on that? First call, second call, last call, all in favor? Opposed, motion carries. Any other business? Motion adjourned by Mr. Stern, second by Mr. Carter, all in favor? Opposed, motion carries.